Our hero stood cautiously as a massive gator man approached them and introduced himself as Onslow. After a brief introduction and a musical duel with Eloy, it became apparent that the gator was not their enemy. Onslow informed the boys that he was hired for the same mission they were assigned, and that the next morning an expedition to the wilds north of Jahal Cove would begin. Intent on gathering more information, Wake, Eloy, and Ezra decided to make their way to Black Street, seeking entrance to the lair of the Thieves' Guild and a meeting with their mysterious leader, Deimos. After being given the runaround by Black Street's locals, our crew managed to make their way to their destination. But a brief altercation with Scrum made our heroes the focus of unwanted attention from passers-by. Thinking quickly, Eloy distracted the crowd with the ballad of the mighty fist-fighting rat man, Billy Punchyface. The crisis averted, Eloy, Ezra, Wake, and Scrum made their way to audience with Deimos. The mystical Ratman informed them of some of the dangers on their path, but also a good place to find aid in the north should they need it. The next day, search parties were formed among those Governor Meade deemed worthy of the task. Eloy convinced Wake and Ezra that their new friend Onslow would be the best fit for that group, and they headed off to the north. Our heroes' path swarmed with tropical birds, and their songs and cries became deafening as they walked further and further into the dense jungle, until they came upon a large tree, then silence. However, upon approaching the tree, an earth-shattering screech erupted from its branches as a mighty carriage-sized dire macaw emerged from the foliage. Backed up by 4 more immense birds, the horrifying beast attacked. The ensuing battle left Ezra at death's door. But due to quick thinking and steady nerves, the foul were ultimately vanquished. With Ezra nursing his wounds, only one question crossed his mind. How could this day get any worse?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the table. Special time, special place, because I got a flight to catch this evening.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm heading to New Zealand for Armageddon Expo. Good times. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very long flight, though. We have a new centerpiece here. A lovely dice tower sent to us by our friend. I'm going to give the pseudonym here because I'm not sure if they like their full name read out.
Yep.
I'm going to given to us by our friend Grumpy Bear. Another way to roll the dice. I got a 12.
Oh, nice.
12 on that roll. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's 3D printed. You can check them out yourselves by going to facebook.com/animate.three. That's 3 spelled out. D, just the letter D, prints.9. Feel free to check them out there. Give them some love because they've given us some love, and it's awesome.
Thanks,
beautiful.
Grumpy Bear.
I actually have, I saw the tweet about this too. It's just Grumpy Bear was just like, hey, would you guys use this if I made this? And I'm just like, I do not see why not.
Yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile, I don't play tabletop games, and I opened the box with it, and I was just like, oh, cool, someone 3D printed a boat for us. Having no idea what it was for.
Dice tower, you Philistine!
I'll say this flat out, it's beautiful. It'll be difficult to do every roll through there.
Yeah.
Obviously, in certain circumstances, just doing that'll be a lot quicker. But
yeah, and also, let's see what happens when I roll my metal die down there. Okay, there was an uneasy shake of the boat, so that's not happening again.
It's not actually attached here, is the thing.
Yeah, it's just resting on there.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's awesome.
That is
Thank you
really
so much,
cool.
Grumpy Bear. That's amazing, and all thanks to the TFS PO Box. That's PO Box 365, Addison, Texas 75001.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a couple.
There's a couple 7500s around here.
Yeah.
I had to remember which one, because we have offices in 2 area codes now.
Yeah. I mean, across the street from each other, but in 2 area codes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Also, one's in, also in 2 different cities.
Good old zip codes.
Straddle that dividing line.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Also, thanks to the comments of quite a few people, it turns out you do add decks to crossbows, and for the sake of the stuff, we do appreciate being told, the proper ways to do things.
We love being told the meta.
Yeah, we just we roll through whenever, basically what he says goes during the campaign. If we adjust things later on, we adjust them, but
Yeah, just always
and-
between streams.
And there was no animosity towards doing that at all. It was just
At
I
no
was
point
like,
do
oh,
I think he's doing this on purpose. So
well-
I never, ever accuse him of such.
Also,
Grant, Polly want a cracker?
Also, another note from that, another thing we discovered, thanks to the lovely people commenting at home, whenever you're healed when you're below 0 health,
apparently you can't
you're
go-
treated as starting at 0 health, so
Yeah,
you got
so
8
I
health
got my
back.
whole 8 back instead of just recovering the -4.
Well, don't worry because we'll be getting a short rest pretty soon.
I
Well-
was about to ask.
Just in case.
All right,
I'm ready.
well,
Just another bird just comes out. Hey, bud, you missed me.
Yeah.
well,
hey.
technically there's still one sleeping in front of us. I'm just going to assume
Let's
that
interrogate
Onslow,
it.
I'm just going to assume that Onslow ate that one while we were.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't see why.
That bird's dead.
Cannon.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just okay. Well, yeah, we'll start off the campaign. Like this episode starts with Onslow just biting down on the head of a fucking bird
Sleeping.
right in front of you. You want some, son? It's pretty good.
Do we have enough time here? Can I make a little campfire? I like my birds cooked. I don't know how you crocodile mans do.
I would appreciate some flavor on my bird as well.
The body's here.
Yeah, Wake having suffered literally no injuries this entire time is going to be like, I'm going to go see what that's about.
So you decide to
Oh,
go
yeah, that's
investigate.
right.
You investigate the one bird who's been calmly sitting there this whole time watching.
Yeah,
this
that
go.
little toucan with the giant serrated beak.
Alrighty. Well, you decide to head on over there. You duck and weave under the
Yeah,
giant
now-
large
now-
roots.
Now that the giant evil bird is no longer pissed at us because it's super dead.
Yeah, it's super dead. No, but all the other birds are just now just sitting there. All the other birds in silence are now looking
We're
at
the
you.
alpha birds now.
Yeah. We're the cocks of the walk.
Oh fuck!
Did I break you?
Roll me a reflex save.
Me?
Oh,
Yeah, roll me a dex saving throw.
What did I do? Poor Eloy. Or poor
Ezra.
Ezra.
18. Or, sorry, 20.
You
Modifier.
flinch as you watch as a small parrot tries to land on your shoulder.
No.
Get away from me!
you can land on my shoulder, Mr. Parrot. I would love to have a parrot just riding around on me.
I hate this place.
Bird shit on your shoulder.
Can I dodge it?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Fuck it.
19.
Yeah, you fucking like Matrix dodge the bird shit.
Too quick for you, stupid bird.
Does that count as a attack?
No, it does not.
Okay.
No,
gonna
I'm-
say vicious mockery
yeah.
is a thing.
It does not count as an attack.
Careful,
it's the
Eloy.
bird's turn. I can only vicious
okay,
mockery on
okay.
my own turn.
Gotcha.
Well, whatever. I'm just doing this to fuck around with you guys anyway.
All right, I'm gonna go explore the body while you guys either build camp or do whatever.
Okay, so you head over to the roots. You duck underneath and you see that there's a giant mound, kind of just hastily shoveled mound of dirt is now sitting before you. The parrot's kind of sitting on the branch going "Ah," and he's bobbing his head back and forth and this is where he wants you to look.
Thank you. I start digging through just with my hands.
Roll survival.
Let's use our new dice tower.
Heyo.
There's the hole. That's what she said.
I was gonna say a
A good start. A natural 19 survival giving me +5. That's 24.
Okay, you make quick work. Whoever did this, did not know how to bury a body. This is just, quick, fast, and get the fuck out of here sort of deal.
Yeah, with all these angry birds around.
Yeah, and there's a lot of angry birds, so that was probably a good reason why it's not very well, crafted and put in the dirt.
It's one
Let me just
helpful
quickly-
toucan.
Let me just quickly look at something real quick here. Yes. You start digging your hands through, and then all of a sudden you feel something hard hit it. Like, it's not a rock. It feels like it's broken, like, really dry wood. Shifting away the dirt, it's a chest.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna unearth the chest and pull that out.
You pull the chest up, and you notice that there's a hand that goes along with it, and it's fresh.
Fresh hand. Oh, this is...
And it's an arm. It's going into the dirt. This is a fresh body.
mine.
It doesn't jerk back. It just limps back onto the floor. However, the clothing doesn't look like anything of Mead's cloth or anyone of the township at all. This kind of looks very regal and almost like the Navy.
Oh. All right, well, I'm going to continue to uncover the body as I set the chest down. I let everybody know that I found something.
Hey, did you hear you found something?
Roll perception to hear through all the cacophony of birds.
I thought you said they were quiet now.
Modified 9.
15.
I guess they're still quietly chirping.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, like, not every
Quiet as birds go.
Not every bird's gonna shut the fuck up.
Fair enough.
At this. So there's a couple of birds that just come in, just like, yo, guys, what's up? Who the fuck are these guys? What'd you get?
15, and you said 9.
You hear them.
Okay.
You're still sitting there going, the birds. They're gonna get me. We're so close to them.
Well, I will come over and investigate the chest.
Alrighty, after navigating through some of the bramble and the giant roots, you head back and you see as
while he's doing that, I'm still I'm still digging up the corpse.
Alrighty, so you see the scene before you as he's digging up the corpse.
I am going to look around and see, basically, if I can see evidence of anything else, like if there's anything else in the general area that had either been buried or tampered with, or like clues as to what brought this all about here.
Their nest might be interesting.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, Onslow, next to you and Onslow are now cordoned off. He's beginning to start to carve on the birds that you've all killed.
Okay.
He's getting the meat, but he's leaving all the stuff to the all the extra parts to the side. However, you do remember that there is a alpha parrot sitting right there, and you needed some good feathers.
I was gonna say, can I get the feathers off of these dead birdos?
That will be a survival check, since
All
there's
right.
4 of them, and since the dire parrot is pretty fucking huge, I'll allow you 2 rolls on that one.
All right. Well, my first roll was an 8. My second roll was an 11.
You plucked a good handful of feathers. I'm gonna say you got like 5 pounds of very large feathers.
5 pounds of giant feathers.
Yeah, giant feathers. And you wanted to roll investigation for anything else that was man-made in this area?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
13.
Walking around the opposite end of the tree, you don't really see anything. So far, it just seems that where they looked is the only place of man-made materials.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, so you get the body up. This is a very young, like probably in his 20s man. He's got a giant gaping hole in his chest, and it's all covered in burn marks.
Okay, yeah, that seems like the work of our friends. Associates. Acquaintances.
Well, you got the chest, and you got this boy all here. However, what's weird about it is that you saw that there was a hole, but that's because like there was like a small little opening from unearthing him from the dirt. His clothing is pristine. Like, there's no hole where the shot was. His chest is completely gone, but those clothing, though, that's completely fine.
Can I investigate him to look at his clothes to get an idea of, like, where he is, who he came from, or who he is, where he came from?
Yeah, go for it.
What would that be?
So what exactly you're trying to figure out?
I want to basically know, you said this attire looks somewhat Navy-like. Would I have the knowledge of knowing what rank he is, or, like...
Oh, you want to figure out his rank? Yeah,
Yes.
go for it. Roll knowledge.
Knowledge? Okay. Would that be intelligence, right?
Intelligence, yeah.
Okay, so that'd be 18.
This is just some starting crewman. In Star Trek terms, he'd be a red shirt.
But his clothes are pristine, you say?
Yes.
I take his clothes.
All right, you now have a naval outfit.
Is there a exit wound on his back?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so
Like
is it the
entry? The entry wound is bigger than the exit wound.
okay? Because I was gonna say if the clothes were pristine and this shot like had like his flesh has burn marks on it, right?
Yeah, it's like 3rd-degree burns all around where the hole is.
Okay, and I'm guessing the shirt right there is pretty much ruined, but like the coat itself is fine.
Yeah, the coat is fine.
All right. So like I was about to like pontificate that if like both exit wound and entrance wound were the same, maybe the explosion came from inside of him, but that's not the case.
Did somebody put a coat? Did somebody shoot this boy and then put
And
a
then
coat
clothe
on him? That seems weird to me. I don't know. I don't murder many people, so I don't know what the protocol is.
All I know
Actually,
is
he might have been dressed to look like a Navy man in case anybody discovered
case
this
someone
body.
found him.
So it'd be like, oh, look, it's just a Navy guy who's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Whereas this guy might not actually be Navy.
well, either way, I'm a master of disguise, and now I have a Navy outfit. So,
There you go.
I'm ready for certain scenarios.
Hey, I also
Ensign
have
Ezra.
proficiency in disguise, and oh, that doesn't actually do me much good, does it?
Hey, when we start our comedy troupe, it's gonna work great.
What do you mean? This is the giraffe. So you do still have the chest.
Yes. All right. Well, Ezra, would you mind checking to see if this thing's booby trapped?
I would be fine with that. That is that survival or perception?
And that would be you're trying to investigate the chest.
Yes.
So investigation.
Investigation. Ooh, I don't have a great bonus on that.
I thought check for traps was a specific thing. Maybe not in this edition.
Not in this edition. At least I believe so.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. There's no trap or extra mechanisms onto this apart from the lock itself.
Seems the lock is the only thing keeping us from what's inside.
All right. I'm guessing you have something that
I've
can
got
deal with that.
plenty of thieves' tools.
Well, there
and
you go.
lock picks.
That gives you advantage on such a thing.
So it does.
Yep, you get proficiency and the roll. So it's a d20 plus your proficiency in thieves' tools.
Okay, so
That'd be a 10, I think, right? Just the flat proficiency bonus?
Yeah, proficiency bonus.
Plus dex, right?
No, don't you have something that also gives you a plus because of thievery?
Yeah, I had proficiency in thieves' tools.
So that's a +2 right there.
And yeah, I'm not seeing anything for like set of lockpicks. So would it just be the flat +2?
No.
I'm pretty sure you get a dex bonus to
Yeah,
something
flat
like this.
dex and then proficiency.
Okay, so dex and proficiency, so that'd
Yeah.
be +5. So
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say like that's way too small.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
that's what I was
proficiency
thinking.
bonus.
Okay.
I was like, I thought this is what I spec'd into.
No, I was like, no, you're missing something.
Yeah, it's
I
the
thought
dex
having
bonus.
thieves tools like lets you roll advantage was the thing.
That is true. I will allow that. So roll again.
We'll look up the actual rules later.
Hey, turns out the 13 was the better one.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, you like just flick the thing out of your finger and just start like going at it, and you unlock it.
Hey,
It wasn't all that difficult. It was just a couple of tumbles here and there. It wasn't like this was a very simple lock. Like there was nothing like
nothing special about it.
special about it. Yeah.
All right, so pop it open. Let's see what's inside the chest.
Okay. Let me just look at this one last time.
Oh, good.
You've
Okay.
opened a mimic.
No, you did not open a mimic.
It's a baby mimic.
I'm not that much of an asshole. You just got fucking slayed by dire birds. I'm not doing that to you. There are two pieces of what look like the makings of a gun. Except one part is very tinkered and the other part looks like just a flat end, just straight up musket.
Okay, so it looks like these two pieces look like they go together?
Yes.
So yeah, tinkered makes me think, especially combined with what the bird says. Can I roll investigation and try to determine, does this look like the work of the Gimme Brothers?
You don't even need to fucking roll for that. One side just looks like some kind of steampunk nightmare, while the other side is just a piece of a musket.
Oh man.
This looks like it might be the murder weapon.
Those boys was gonna make me a portable piano. Now if they's murderers, I don't know if that's gonna happen on account of them being in jail.
Well, you might be able to get a discount on your piano.
And hey, no one says that people know this other than us. So if we keep this between us, as he said, we've got a good bargaining chip.
You've not. I'm real bad at lying, Ezra.
Well, that's fine. That's why I'll do the talking, Eloy.
Oh,
That's what's gonna make this relationship work.
I don't like this.
So, for stat purposes, you have 2 pieces. You have a piece of a musket and a piece of a magic tech musket.
I'll just go ahead and carry those.
Alrighty, so you're gonna hold on to those very well.
So were the Gimme Brothers working with? So Magitech, that's mostly the stuff that the Navy is using, right? They're the more magic people.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that toucan still around?
Yep, he's still sitting there.
Okay, because he's been super helpful. I want to try to make friends with it. Hey, Mr. Toucan. Hey, thanks for showing us this. You're a real good boy. You like music?
Just starts bobbing his head left and right like. "Rah."
I try and play a flute melody for him, see if he reacts to it.
Roll me. Okay, well, never mind.
That would be a nat 1.
That's a nat 1.
I was all excited because I was liking the idea of a mimicking bird. If you gave it some sort of bard sound, what can it do with that power?
I mean, that's a modified 8, but it is a nat 1.
But it is a nat 1. He snatches your flute.
Hey, you get back here! Is he flying away with it, or did he just grab it?
No, he grabbed it and flew like a few branches higher.
You got exactly 5 seconds to drop that. I pull out my short bow, or I am going to put an arrow through you.
Hold on, Eloy. This thing's been really helpful. I start picking up rocks. Let's not kill it. Let's just get it to drop the flute.
I am disinterested in how we do that. I just need that flute back. That belonged to my best friend in the whole world, what got killed by a rock slide.
All right, well, we need to get that back because it also seems to be really helpful in your
Case.
skills.
Yeah, no, toucan
This
is
is the first time we've seen Eloy angry.
Yeah, really. You big dumb bird.
I throw a rock at it. Not like a big rock, but like slightly bigger than a pebble.
Roll me a dex
Dex
with disadvantage.
with disadvantage. All right.
Yeah, good first roll.
Yeah. Slightly less good second roll. 15.
15. You clonk the bird in the side of the head with the rock. He's like, "Ah, God!" And down goes the flute onto the floor.
I try to catch it before it hits the floor.
Acrobatics.
That's another nat 1.
Oh,
Dumpling Eloy. Oh.
Please don't tell me. Your flute takes 30
I'm gonna
points
roll
of damage.
severity.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
Have we had our short rest yet?
Oh.
It's not, I mean, depending on if lower is worse.
Yeah, it kind of was in this scenario.
A golf score.
Well, you catch it, but then
Hey.
you run face first into a giant root and flop on the floor. So you deal yourself 3 points of damage, and then when you get up, there's a broken flute on the floor.
Oh, no. Oh,
It is snapped in half.
oh, Eloy.
Hold on.
Oh, no. that damn bird.
Oh no! I'm not accustomed to the feelings I'm feeling right now. I'm very angry at this bird. Guys, I want to do bad things to this bird. Ezra, I want you to shoo that bird away before I do something murderous to it. I don't want to be a murderer, Ezra, but I'm about to murder that bird.
Eloy. Now I have this. Darn it. Never mind. I was gonna say I've got facial props. Would there be like glue in there that I could maybe try to put this back together?
Well, check your inventory. You could try to repair it.
Poor Eloy.
I mean, it doesn't specify anything with glue. I just see facial props, and I don't know if that means like a theater beard.
Well, I mean,
I've got I've got a disguise kit. I've got fishing tackle. Like, I've got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff in my pack.
Well, if you can describe to me what it is you exactly would like to do to try and fix this, I can see about the roll.
I mean, I was assuming if it's like split, I could like glue the pieces back together and hopefully bind them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to conjure up a reason why I would be packing some powerful adhesives.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I've got this disguise kit and that comes with facial props. Maybe that has something.
like spirit gum for beards, yeah. Yeah,
I also have this signal whistle. It's not quite a flute.
I'm gonna roll survival. I need 2 things. I need a beehive, and I need good tree sap.
Roll it.
Say 12 plus 5, 17.
Which one is this in reference to? The which roll? For the beehive or for the sap?
Well, I'm just looking for these 2 things. Do you want me to make 2 rolls for each
Yes,
of them?
I'd like you to make 2 rolls, please.
All right, well, then I'll go in order. This is for the beehive.
The beehive? And you said you got a 17.
Yes.
Okay. Well, obviously, bugs around a giant tree of birds is not a wise idea on the bug's part, so you kind of meander yourself a little bit off the tree path, and you find what looks like a bunch of honeybees just like buzzing around a moderately sized hive.
All right, and I'm looking for a tree that would produce a very sticky and solid source of resin when baked.
Roll that with advantage, because that's not going to be a problem.
Fact.
So just to get across the severity of what just happened, speaking entirely out of character for a moment, that flute is Eloy's spellcasting focus. He has no spellcasting until he finds
a nat 20 on
fixes
the
it or
advantage.
finds a replacement flute.
You just walk back and you notice the toucan is kind of like pecking itself away at the tree and sap is falling down.
All right, I'm going to take one of my jars and get some of that resin.
All right.
And it is the specific sort of resin I'm looking for, I'm guessing, since I...
Yeah, you
Okay.
rolled a nat 20. You find exactly what you're looking for and then some.
All right,
You could technically get a second bottle of this thing if you wanted.
I only have the 1 jar. I might come back. I'm going to need to get some beeswax from the hive.
Roll me one more survival.
All right.
Would persuasion be like consoling someone and being like, hey, it's going to be okay?
Yeah, so that would be
All right,
him versus insight.
Okay.
With a disadvantage on insight.
Okay.
That would be a 23. Or 22,
Fuck, I
I'm
did
sorry.
a nat 1. So
Yeah, you
I'm going to make you feel
just
worse.
like chop a lower end of it and you get a nice chunk of it. Whereas the bees are like, what the fuck just happened? But you're out of there quick enough that it's fine.
Bonus, probably also got some honey with it.
Look, Eloy, worst case scenario, we can get this back to the Gimme Brothers. They can make you a new flute. It'll be-
Then I'll have a murder flute, Eloy, by murderers. I don't need a flute full of murder.
I wander up to them and ask if I can see the flute. Since I noticed them arguing over there.
Eloy hands over the broken pieces of flute and just like goes off into a corner and starts quietly weeping.
Oh, poor Eloy.
Jesus.
All right,
and I
I have the tools I need for this one. What should I roll in order to attempt to repair this?
you mind if I just see your sheet real quick?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I just want to see the
And is
front
there
page.
anything I can do for support?
Let's see here. Now, what was it? The items you want to use to?
I'm
try
going to
and do
be
this?
using beeswax to kind of seal the holes there, and then I'm going to use the resin to harden over everything. I'll need to bake the resin, but I have elemental affinity, so I can do that basically with my hands.
Okay. Roll me.
Shit, if I could bake
Roll
with my
me a
hands, I'd never
wisdom.
leave my apartment.
What was that?
Roll me a wisdom.
Wisdom. All right. That's a 7.
Well, you harden it, but it doesn't look like it formed a shape. You could try again. You did get enough resin to give it one more bake.
All right.
Again, is there anything I can do for like assistance or?
Let's see. You have what do you have on you that you want to use to assist with?
I was just wondering if there was like a dice I can throw them. So as far as
That is a 15.
That is much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
I smooth it out a little bit more. I take a little bit more time.
So
scissors and pliers.
here's the thing: is that you recreated the fruit. Oh Jesus Christ!
The delicious fruit.
The delicious fruit. You made me.
The delicious lady apple. No, Scott's in Japan right now.
Oh. Have fun in Nippon, Scott.
So the flute is now like its original coloring into a darkened oaken version of it, and then back into the original coloring. So it's a little bit longer, but you're gonna have to give it to him to see if it's serviceable again.
All right. Well, I hand it over to him. I did my best.
I take it and like gingerly try playing a couple of notes.
Roll performance.
That is a 9, a modified 9.
All right, well, you are so distraught as to what's happening that your hands are incapable of being able to create a proper note, so you can't tell if the flute is still broken or it's just your inability to not do this because of how you feel right now. So to you, you have no idea if it's still working.
That seems like a real bad place to be.
Thank you, Wake. I know you tried your very best. You are a very nice punchy merman.
I do my damnedest.
Thank you, Ezra. I'm sorry I was mad at you earlier.
Eloy, it's okay. You
Apologize to me, asshole.
had a lot going on.
I'm gonna throw
Stay out of this!
You can eat my giant donkey dick, bird! You are lucky I do not grow wings and fly up there and strangle you!
Only a couple more levels for that.
Roll acrobatics.
That'd be a 23.
Where was that when you were catching the
He tried to poop on you and you dodge it.
I find the biggest, hardest rock I can and hurl it at it.
Roll dex with disadvantage. We've started a war with a bird.
That would be a 13.
He sees the rock incoming and he just goes and it whizzes past him. He flies away.
You better not let me see your stupid bird face ever again. I swear to God I will. I swear to Old Lady Big Rock Mountain. I swear to Udolph. I swear to every god in heaven.
Was that bird giving you trouble, son?
You are my best friend, Onslow. Thank you so much. Sweet murdery vengeance.
And here I was worried we were going to be light on content
Okay.
for this game.
I walk over to the corpse of the bird. Is its beak salvageable?
Well, it exploded half of the top of its beak, but with the proper amount of carving and the proper amount of service, you could get the lower end and some pieces of the top.
All right, I'm going to do that. Is that survival?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna go start building us a
great, a
campfire
nat
while
one
he's doing
again.
this.
Yeah, you and Onslow will be on that then.
What is with these rolls today? I get a nat 1. So I just not get anything from it?
You break the beak at all completely.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Eloy. I was going to try and get you some pieces of its beak so that the Gimme Brothers could maybe fashion you a weapon out of your assailant, but I'm sorry, dude. I did
Oh,
the best I
wait,
could.
you meant the little one. I thought you meant the big one.
No, the one we just shot.
Oh, the
down.
one we just shot. Okay,
Yeah.
no.
The
Yeah,
one-
you just crash. You crashed the beak in half.
Yeah, the one with the serrated beak. I was like, that sounds like it could be a good weapon. Or at least a fun ornament.
Yeah, we still got the big one's beak.
Yeah, you haven't attempted to go after you went after the alpha's feathers. You didn't go after his beak.
Yeah. Sorry, I went after I probably should have specified that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that was causing us all this flute trouble.
Okay, fair enough.
I wanted to get a revenge token for good old Eloy.
You kind of broke his face in half, so that's not happening.
You know
If
what?
it makes you feel any better, I shattered his skull in an attempt to help you.
I think that makes me just as happy. Thank you so much, Ezra.
All right, so everyone takes a short rest.
So,
roll your hit die.
So, speaking of not knowing whether my flute works, I do have this Song of Rest ability, which, if it is currently working, gives everybody an extra 1d6 on
Roll
top
me a
of that.
performance check with disadvantage one more time.
All right.
Disadvantage. I did my damnedest on that thing, sir.
No, it's working. This is more on his mental
Oh, okay.
stability.
Modified 20.
It works like a charm.
Hey!
The only difference about it now is that it has a little bit of discoloration in the middle of it.
Oh my God, it works! You fixed it! You fixed it real good! I give Wake a great big hug. Wake.
I'm not accustomed to affection.
Wake, you have earned yourself the gratitude of a donkey man.
The biggest honor ever.
If there is ever anything I can do for you in your whole life to make you happy, you just say the word and I will do it, Wake.
I tell him, just keep playing.
All right, so you add Song of Rest, no problem.
Okay, so yeah, everybody gets
While he's playing his Song of Rest, I'm going to make the fire dance with my newly realized that I have an ability.
Ooh. Onslow's kind of just like looking at you, just like, son, where'd you learn to do that?
The monastic order that I grew up in, well, was raised in, they followed the ways of the elements, and I just kind of picked stuff up from my master as I learned.
Best be careful where you dance around with fire, son. You ever heard of willow wisps?
I have. I lift a bit of the fire out of the fire, just kind of like have it dance in my hand.
Best be careful, son. They're tricksy fellas around here. I hear they lure people to their dooms. You don't want to go ahead and start making people believe that you're one of them.
Well, that'd be for the best then. I throw it back in the fire and just let it dance.
All right, so did you guys roll your hit die for HP?
I got a whopping 3 back.
Oh boy.
What? Don't you add something onto that for Song of Rest?
Yeah, you get an extra 1d6 on
Yeah,
top of
I
your
did.
Oh, that was
Oh,
with
I
it.
got- that was
I got
it?
a 1 and a 2.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
Now, how do I forget? Can we use more than one of our hit dice per short rest, or is it one per?
You can decide to rest again, but more time will pass. Like, right now, you guys left around, like, say, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's now, like, 1 in the afternoon after all this has happened. If you decide to do this again, it'll now be, like, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
How much? So you're at 11.
I do have like a healing potion I could use.
I was about to say, I've
yeah.
got more healing spells that I can use too.
I have a potion of healing if things get hot.
I've been cooking up some of this here bird that Onslow helped.
Roll survival.
That's 15.
All right, everyone gets 4 more pieces of rations.
All right. That means I'm full.
Yeah, you have no issues with hunger at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on you again, because I don't like the idea of being out here after dark if we can help it. So, let's see, that's 1d8 plus.
Onslow doesn't seem too worried about that. He's more worried about if you start heading towards your destination and it starts becoming nightfall.
Gotcha. You heal up 10 more points.
All right, that's got me almost a full.
All right, so
Already working like a charm. That old flute.
just making plans for after we break camp here, break rest. That is, we're going to continue heading north towards that cave area.
You're heading towards Piranha Bog, where you're going to meet up with everyone else. Then that's where you're going to decide. Well, Onslow has pretty much been adamant about this whole time, saying, all right, if you're going to be traveling with me, I'd like it if we go to Piranha Bog. So he has the knowledge of where you're going. But pretty much everyone's supposed to be meeting up at Piranha Bog before you head out further to go to the coastline.
All right. While we're there finishing up and doing all that stuff, I'm just going to use my cartographer's tools and try to map out this area as far as I remember it.
All right. Well, you have your map. You so far, like, you have no idea what's going on the eastern side of the map, but on the western side, you're making the path because you find your way back to the road. It wasn't that difficult. You guys kind of just took like a 10-minute path off the road to follow after the bird, but you could find the road pretty easily. Especially Onslow is just like guiding you. So, with Onslow's help, you've made a pretty decent map, and also have now.
Yeah, I make this tree a landmark.
Yeah,
on the map.
tree is now a landmark.
All right, cool. So now I
There
can
be birds.
find
here.
my way. I can find my way back to this tree should I ever need to.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are back on the road. What would you like to do now?
Well, we'll just keep heading towards Piranha Bog.
We've
Sounds good.
gathered our feathers. We've
Broken and repaired a flute.
Had quite the adventure here. In this optional. I almost died.
Quit your squawking. You guys start heading north. So far, the road trip has been pretty uneventful, going up the road. You start to notice as the tropical trees now start to dial back a bit, as now it's starting to get a lot warmer and marshier. You're all assaulted by, like, mosquitoes every once in a great while. Yep. Start slapping you all start slapping every part of you that isn't covered by clothing. Onslow, on the other hand, is just taking it like a champ as all the bugs are trying to eat him, but can't pierce through his scales.
I have scales too.
Whatever.
You too. Roll me con.
7.
11.
All right,
Oh, wait,
you're
That's a 6. Never mind. 8.
you're doing a fine job keeping yourself away from all these bugs, but unfortunately, poor Eloy here is getting a lot of bug bites, so much so that he's starting to scratch himself. Roll a 1d4.
1.
You scratch the surface of your skin so hard you start making a rash from all the mosquito bites. You take 1 point of damage.
Jeez.
Ow.
Yeah, these bugs, when you get a good look at these mosquitoes, they're actually pretty sizable. They're about the size of a playing card.
Jeez. I guess that makes sense. Everything out here's big.
That's right, son. And especially, don't go walking into that water. Do yourself a favor, take a gander inside.
I look at the water. Wait, like.
He wants you to peer into the
Okay.
water.
No, put
Peer
your head
in.
under
I'm
the
like,
water.
He's not gonna push you in, no.
Here you go. I mean,
You know how to swim, don't you?
probably better than you.
Is that a fact, son?
Sounds like a contest.
It's a theory.
Dials back. You look inside the water. There is a very large fish looking up at you.
Just staring at
And you
me.
can see the serrated teeth in its mouth.
I show it mine.
It swims away.
I
And those are only the babies, son.
throw one piece of the bird that we have. Like the
You throw a ration into the
I
into
throw
the
a
water.
single ration in there. I just want to see. Just see how this do.
These fish are pretty big. I don't know if, like.
I throw it really far in.
Okay.
I'm
You throw
not,
it
like, dropping it.
You throw it really far in. Nothing seems to happen for a good hot second until you see the back end of a large fish break the surface and then just take it under.
All right, curiosity Sata, don't go in the water, guys.
And when I mean big fish, it's like you thought like all the small little piranhas that were like you could clearly see them just like swimming around. The water's just clear enough that you could see some of the fish inside of it. But when it goes into the bog, it starts like algae's all over the place, like
Harder to tell where they are.
hard to tell where they are. But no, you saw like an alligator-sized back of a fish rise up and back under and take the piece under with it.
I'm gonna start taking my spear off my back and start using it kind of like as a walking stick. Make sure I don't step in any soft areas.
Yeah, because the more you're starting to walk now, the ground underneath you is starting to get softer. That's absolutely right. The road, you still have a road to step on, but going off it looks like a really, really ill-advised situation.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to walk forward, and you see that now bridges are now, like little wooden pathways are now your way to get across. So there's you pretty much you travel them. Nothing seems eventful so long as you're smart enough to not go off the path. Wake.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Does this have anything to do with the swamp? Because I grew up around a swamp. So.
Roll a perception.
All right. That is a 22.
You notice candlelight off in the distance, like going ahead of you. However, there's something odd about this candlelight. there's not a silhouette carrying it.
Boy, it's as if I've actually heard about this stuff recently.
I was gonna say.
Well, you rolled high enough that you could tell that this might be one of them there will-o-wisps that you heard about so much. But only you were seeing this.
I let everybody else know to be wary of things like that. Should it start getting dark, don't follow the candlelight.
Very
Makes
well.
sense to me.
Yep.
Yep, it is now about 5 o'clock at night. The sun, pretty much by this point, is starting to be non-existent.
It's starting to dip beyond something, starting to be in the shadow of something.
Yes. It is now dusk, like the sky, whatever sky you can see in this swamp is now starting to be like a very, very bright red. However, Onslow is insistent that you guys keep going forward as you're almost close to the village.
All right, good. I was
That'll
just
be
about to
best.
ask. Onslow, how much longer do you think we've got?
Be best not to stop here, I say, as we keep moving, pressing my staff into the ground, make sure we aren't stepping into anything soft.
You two roll me con one more time.
15.
4.
Eloy, roll perception.
19.
You look at Ezra's back, and you notice that there's something a little bit more than just a mosquito there. Remember when I said that they were about the size of a playing card? Mm-hmm. This one's about the size of a backpack, and it's red, and it looks like a creature. Not just a bug, but also some kind of cat.
I don't.
You do not feel this.
A bug cat.
Ezra.
Huh?
Stand real still and be real quiet. You got something on you? I'm gonna try and get it real quick, all right?
All right. I won't move. Do I have to roll anything to stay perfectly still?
Roll stealth.
That should be good for me. Well, and it's a 16, so a good roll. So, 21.
Yeah, this thing is still there. It looks like it's trying to find a good spot to dab its giant proboscis into him. You best do something quick.
Okay, I look around to try and find like a good-sized stick to swat it off with.
Oh, that won't be a problem. However, you do notice that all these sticks are kind of in water.
Okay, I pull out a short sword and attempt to hit this thing off with the flat of the short sword.
Roll to hit.
This thing's huge.
Yeah, I don't want to stick my hand in the water.
I've got a cat-sized mosquito cat.
A backpack-sized mosquito cat.
That would be a 17.
It's all right to me.
17 to hit.
You stab it pretty good. Everyone hears is some kind of like feline like screech come out of this thing, and then it starts like mouthing, like, you know, like how in like most like cartoons or whatever, or in fiction, like the chittering of an insect. Yeah, like that. It's like as it flies off. It was about to jab right in the back of his neck. You watch as like this giant like fly-like creature, like it's so think of it this way. You're looking at like something that looks like a bat with 4 legs, and then the face of a mosquito fly away.
Well, that's horrible.
What the hell was that?
I take it Onslow and I were up front and just kind of like looked back for it.
Now you notice as like some kind of like red like flapping thing flies off.
What the hell is wrong with your island?
Those? Nah, you don't need to worry about those, son.
It looks like we need to worry about them.
Those are stirges. They come by every once in a great while. Normally around dark you try to stay off the path. That's why we're trying to get home so fast.
Fair enough.
This island is hell. I hate it.
You don't need most people like us don't need to worry about that, because we got those hardened little scales of ours. Now you see that one was kind of big. Mm-hmm. Normally they're about, say, I don't know, the size of one of my musket bullets.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind.
That's pretty much what's been biting you this whole time.
Jeez.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. Now you see that one, That there, I might wager, that was an egg carrier.
We're gonna have to check you extra tonight.
I've got a fine bottle of wine if we need something to cleanse a wound.
Nah, son, I'd do myself a big favor and don't show off red or liquid in some such order.
Hey, that makes sense to me.
In the water and outside of the water, too. I mean, you look pretty beat up. That might be the case of why I thought you might be a good treat.
I've had a bit of a day, as you know, Onslow, so it makes sense. Either way, how much longer do you think we've got till we get to where we're trying to go?
We're right here, son.
Beautiful.
You are welcomed by a... So, you know the hills have eyes, right?
Oh, good. That's a great way to start this off.
Good? Yeah?
It's not that.
Go on. Oh,
Okay.
here's this thing it's not.
It's not that. So, when you know, like a bayou, like village, like swamp area below, and like a raised, elevated, like platform where a bunch of housing is. That's pretty much what you're looking at. But this is all run by lizard folk.
Nice.
Most of them kind of look the same as Onslow does, crocodile-ish in a way, but not as rotund or big as he is. But again, you are kind of like toe-to-toe with crocodile people, so they got some pretty good height on you. Probably about matching your height. Onslow directs you guys to his house.
All right, we follow him
Yep.
graciously.
Oh, that's nice.
Get out, away from the mosquitoes.
Yep. You boys sit tight and get yourself a little bit of rest while I go find the rest of your compatriots if they decide to come this way. He heads out.
Well, thank you kindly, Onslow.
You turn around, there are trophies everywhere on this man's house. He is a hunter through and through. You might say he's so good at hunting that he's able to bag some of the most terrifying creatures of all. Because there's a man's head on a wall.
I'm guessing Mead wasn't a fan of that one.
He did mention the taste of human flesh, so I guess it doesn't surprise me too much.
I was really hoping he was joking about that one. He seems like such a nice man when he's shooting birds for me.
I did not think he was joking for a second.
I mean, I didn't think, but I really hoped.
Everyone go back to full HP.
Hey!
All right, and that's actually a good place to take our first break.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back at the table. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table. We made it to Onslow's village. We are currently in his abode. And he has many trophies on his walls, apparently.
Yes, a lot of trophies, a lot of creatures, and a lot of humanoid. And also, based on what you were telling me, you were saying to the chat before, I actually did remember there is one race I actually am not keen of when players make them.
Oh?
Trolls. Because they don't know how to work regeneration. They always make it. They always flub it to try and make it to their end game.
Yeah, of course.
So we are hanging out in Onslow's house, and he just kind of went like, hey, you guys stay here.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going off to look for the other party.
Okay.
Yep. About 20 minutes or so pass.
I'm just sitting there. For the first time among us, I've actually pulled out my harp and started strumming it.
Ooh.
Ooh, I want to try and play along.
It's my family. It's a family heirloom from the family I never really got to know.
Well, hot damn. Both of you roll performance.
14.
I'll use this.
Something about your dice. I always think your 7s are 1s, and I'm like, oh no.
15.
15? Yeah, you both pretty much make some pretty nice music. You actually got, Ezra, you look outside, there's actually a couple of lizard folk on a little raft swimming by, and they're all just like bobbing along to the music as they go past.
Oh.
You guys have an audience. Unfortunately, since they're on a little riverboat, I'm not going to try panhandling here. Couldn't exactly hold a hat out the window and just be like, hey, throw it.
Yeah, I'm just playing an old tune that I vaguely remember from my babyhood.
Babyhood? All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Wake, I didn't know you played.
I don't often. This is just something that calms me down at the end of the day. I think my mother used to sing it to me.
Well, you're really talented. Figured I'd let you know.
I just kind of smirk and nod.
How'd you like to join the troop?
I'm not gonna ask that.
Yeah, don't
yet.
press your luck. This ain't for show, son.
It took him, I assume, at least a few days to a week to warm up to us enough to play. Going, hey, you want to do that on a stage in front of strangers?
You're about like, this is like day 5 of you guys traveling around together.
Something like that. It's like somewhere in the first 5 days.
Yep. Okay, so
and we have been through 2 life or death situations together.
yes. Onslow kind of just like slams the door down as Ezra, one of those Stirge trophies, kind of like falls right next to you and looks at you. And then a bird one does.
Does anyone else get the creeps from this place? I mean, no offense to our gracious host, but I can't imagine living out here.
I asked Onslow if he found the other group.
He did, as Red, Pliskin, Scrung, and Risp kind of join in as well. They all seem pretty happy. Risp is holding on to what looks like a little snow globe.
Do they look any worse for wear?
No, they look happy as a clam.
Ah, they went the right way.
Yeah, Risp has got himself like a little souvenir of something that looks like a tent-top circus.
I put away my harp and I asked, like, what do you got there?
Oh, this? We actually happened to stumble upon one of the traveling troops of the Boardwalk Fine Day Company.
They're just wandering the north of the island?
Well, more like they've taken up the entire abandoned temple that used to be for the Yuan-Ti, and they retrofitted it out to be an arena.
Have I heard of these people?
Roll knowledge, anyone who wants to do so.
Repeat the name of the people again.
Let me go ahead and get them for you, because I may have actually just said it wrong on my own end, so I'm going to go to my notes and get the right answer. Sorry about that.
Just so I'm getting my terminology right, knowledge, is that intelligence?
Yes.
It's intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. The Fine Day Boardwalk Company.
Fine Day Boardwalk Company.
All right, well, I rolled a 16 on my knowledge.
I rolled a 7. Don't look at me.
I was gonna say I rolled a 6.
I'm not as knowledgeable as I'd like to be.
All right, before you got on the ferry to Jahal Cove, you actually heard that there are a bunch of traveling ships that just go around and start spreading like just carnival-esque joy to most people.
That would interest him.
Yeah.
It would be a very fine interest to you, and you actually feel kind of regret that you went down the bird path instead of going to the Fine Day Boardwalk Company.
Yeah, you went down the path that ended up breaking your flute momentarily.
However, no one else is kind of audited out by the fact that the Fine Day Boardwalk Company has retrofitted a temple to a snake god.
I'm curious about that, but I'm not necessarily surprised.
I notice Eloy's disappointment when he realizes the path he didn't choose, and I just hold up the 5 pounds of feathers we got. Hey, you're gonna get one hell of a coat from the journey we took.
So I asked them, what are they doing there?
Oh, to who?
I asked basically the party that just walked in what the Boardwalk Company is doing at that. You said they set up an arena?
Yeah, they retrofitted the entire inside of the place into an arena. Of course, they have like all sorts of midway attractions inside the place as well. And Riss is telling you this since she's the one who has the little trinket. Also, apart from all just the midways, the entire middle of the place that actually used to delve down deep into the bowels of the landscape has been made into a fighting arena. So now now the Boardwalk Company has made a small coliseum, which, all things considered, might be a really nice thing for the people of this island to keep them busy while we take care of this problem.
That's true.
We met the strong woman, and they weren't kidding when they said she was strong.
I'm just... the competitor in me is thinking like, oh man, things I can test my fists on? That's great. But I have a job.
Well, it's something for you to figure out next time.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much, do you pop out your map?
Yeah.
They pretty much write out to you where the road was, and they show you how it loops back into this village.
Okay, so I mark on the map where the arena is.
Yep. And also, you can't miss a giant fucking ziggurat coming out of the ground.
Fair enough.
That's very close to the eastern side of the village, of the port town.
My daddy used to smoke a giant ziggurat every night.
Deafening silence befalls upon the entire room. Even the deer head just turns and looks at you.
I make a note in the little pad and pen that I had gotten before, just going, Eloy, not great at jokes. Comedy question mark?
I let them know about what we went through while they were having fun at the carnival.
Scrung just goes, ha!
Birds.
Yeah,
We got what we came for. I again point at the bag of feathers.
Oh, really? Did you get this? He pulls out cotton candy.
No, but who needs it? You can't make a jacket out of cotton candy. Stop that!
May I have some cotton candy?
No, it's my cotton candy.
Oh.
The biggest fucking joy on Scrug's face right now.
One of these days you'll remember that you turned down the Lockwood lollygaggers and they're asking for cotton candy, and you're gonna regret it. You like Lockwood lollygaggers? Is that a good troop name? I'm kind of workshopping.
I think we're onto something there. I think it's got some.
Just needs a little bit more fine tuning. Yeah, I hear you.
Red and Pliskin are kind of just like sitting off, just like watching all of you idiots just just fucking fight with the goblin who's instigating you. And Riff is just sitting there in between you two, just kind of just like, please, please, no, don't fight.
Keep the peace.
Keep the peace. Like, Riff sees like how dejected you were for that, and he like hands you the little snow globe.
Oh, look! I can shake it up, and it's snowing. Only not the cold kind that makes my people die of pneumonia.
You have a beautiful way of looking at things, Eloy.
Fucking goddamn it.
The life expectancy on Old Lady Big Rock Mountain is real short, man.
When the rock slides, the pneumonia.
So when you go back to this island, are you going to be immortal amongst your people? Because you live
3 generations have passed.
Yeah. He reaches 30, he's basically Methuselah.
I lived long enough to see my grandkids. Unheard of. In the asinine community.
Oh my Christ. No wonder why no one fucking knows about him. Anyway, Onslow kind of just like, now, like, you all get meals, you're all back up to full, everyone gets everything they need. Onslow then shows to you guys a map of the swamp going forward, so you could copy that down.
All right.
It's pretty much, the entire middle area is a swamp that's covered by the coastline, which has a small, like, amount of, like, ridges that don't look like they're pretty good to try to climb over, and especially trying to go through the swamp might be a bad idea. However, there are 2 branching paths that lead to the coastline on small little rivers that just probably ebb their way around the bog. And also there's another ridge side that kind of like just goes around it, so it's kind of like a cone that wraps itself around to the western side. The eastern side just leads to open ocean.
Okay.
The people around the town have told Onslow, after he gathered a little information from his family, have said that the people that they're looking for may be directly north. So going through the bog might not be the best idea for someone who's not a lizard folk.
Right.
So, what he proposes is that, are you guys still going to go with him to go take care of the man-maw at Yeldon Cave?
I've heard that there was aid there as well, so I can't imagine, like, we've been in this party so far, I can't imagine splitting it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Onslow wants to take the western river. Now, there are 2 options you could take. We can either go along the coastline of the bog. We can go along just like the marshy area, just stay away from the water. However, you know, you've seen what awaits you walking through the swamp already.
Yeah.
Or you could take an airboat that can take you up the river. However, the problem with that is that they're super fucking loud, and this is a stealth mission to do some scouting to see if there's a naval ship ahead.
Right. That and there's big piranhas in the
Yes,
water.
there are big piranhas in the water, but it would be the fastest way to get to Yeldon Cave and the coastline, which he shows you is just before the western side of the land starts to turn into coastline. That's where the cave is.
Now, do these lizard people often use these rivers as a way of transportation with these airboats?
Sometimes they do. They have been known to offering them to the people of Jahal Cove to make the coastline, but with the lockdown, that's kind of been shut off for them.
All right, so they haven't been doing it lately.
No.
Okay, so we couldn't just like do that under the cover of, oh well, these people are doing this all the time.
Yeah, no. This lockdown has gotten everyone spooked, and the entire town has pretty much been told, you are not allowed to leave, so this has been offline for a while.
And are we traveling upriver or downriver, like upstream or downstream? Because we're heading to the coast,
It's
right?
going to be downstream. You're going to be fighting against the stream.
Okay. So traveling without the fan is not an option.
Yeah.
I am fine with either. I think it's probably smarter to approach on foot, but we also know that there are those. I mean, I'm not getting attacked by them, so you are the guys that I am more concerned about there.
Yeah, I don't think either of these options is exactly good, but I like the one that doesn't say, "Hey, everybody, come attack us right here." Yeah, I like going on foot.
The fish might get accustomed to that too, son. That might be a problem as well.
Yeah, I don't want to go near them fishes.
You ever heard of sharks topsiding boats? Well, think of that in the freshwater sense.
I kind of raised my hand. I'm like, yeah.
Think of that in the
I know it.
freshwater sense, son.
I've had to kill a few sharks because of that.
Though I have heard there was a beastmaster somewhere in the bog that has been able to tame them.
Oh, shit.
Tame the river fish?
Yes.
Interesting.
Though no one's seen her for about a good couple of 100 years.
Oh, that
Quite the urban legend we have here. Well,
makes our search a little bit tougher. Anyway, I have to agree that on foot would probably be the best. As much as I hate these damn flying monstrosities and the fish that
There's
surround
one on the
them.
window right now looking inside.
I see you. My
Yeah,
only-
everyone in the town kind of just like, even most of the people who were not, who were of this island, so Risk, Pliskin, are all just looking at that just like, oh. Meanwhile, Red and Scrung are just like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't be surprised if like some of the people in this particular village just have some as pets.
Oh no, they are not as pets.
Yeah.
Onslow is just, like, do you say that out loud?
Like they look giant and fluffy. I may as well say it.
Onslow just looks to you, son, that's just strange.
You're an odd duck.
You're an odd duck, son. We shoot these things for fun.
My only thought on our situation is, would it be beneficial at all to have a second party using the airboat as a distraction for us to infiltrate?
Well, I'm guessing the other party's traveling down the other river their own way,
Okay.
right?
Yes. However, Onslow does bring up, that's a good point, because with everyone kind of like shutting down for this lockdown, they kind of hid the boats away as well, so there's only one for the village to use at this point.
Would we be able to pay a couple of villagers to go on a fishing expedition for us, not letting them know exactly what it's for, but just saying like, hey, we need some like X
need
amount of fish,
fish.
and we'll pay X amount of gold for it.
So you want to hire a bunch of fishermen just to go out and
Yeah,
catch fish?
go out in that direction on that boat.
Basically making noise to draw attention away from anything we might be doing.
Well, that's all fine and good, but then how are you going to hide the fact that there are 2 humans, a goblin, and a kobold on this party as well?
Well, aren't they going down the other river, like towards the other way, or what?
Yes, they are going to go down that way, but I'm sorry, I might be confusing myself, but what you suggested is that they take the riverboat up that way with the fishing party. Unless you're saying the fishing party takes the boat going up that way and they take land.
I'm pontificating that we send a completely separate party on the boat, and that they go out there as a distraction, and to get us like stuff that we might want.
Meanwhile, Red and everyone come with us on foot.
Either come with us or go on a separate path.
Well, considering Red and Pliskin are kind of like, this is a good idea, but at the same time, we also would like to have stealth be on our side, so splitting up the party for a smaller party going the opposite way might be beneficial. But I do like that idea. We just have to find the right amount of people to be A-okay with this, because the fishermen who came by and told us of this were the ones who said that they may have seen a naval ship on the coastline.
That's fair enough. So they'd have to get hazard pay.
Well, that and they don't know if the naval ship is hostile and then would attack natives.
Exactly. So they'd need hazard pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to pay them enough to be like, look, we know it's probably going to be dangerous. That's why you're getting a lot of gold.
Onslow kind of just smirks. Son, you're in my village. Here, we like to hunt. Danger is something they find interesting.
So less hazard pay.
Yeah.
Oh no, they'll still be asking for hazard pay. See, there's a fella here named Old Young Cletus.
Old young Cletus.
Old Young Cletus. He's the
The best rapper in the tribe.
Old Young Cletus he's a very fine fisherman and a very fine hunter, but he had to retire early on account of a snake got half the side of his body.
All right, that would be a good reason to retire.
But he never quite knew when to stop, so
Did it get the...
he had to retire young, but he's still an old fisherman.
I nudge Eloy. Only the good die young.
Man, all you two-leggers already look like half a centaur. Only half that? That's terrible. I'm sorry. Was that offensive? I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting.
Scrung starts doing, looks at you like, oh, dick. Roll insight versus his deception.
Nat 20, 23.
Yeah, he's just doing that to pull your leg.
And you know.
You're a joker, Scrung. I like you.
But I'm shorter than you. You racist?
Well, I offered to let you sit up on my back, and you were having none of it.
Red kind of just picks up a book and slaps it over the back of his head.
Oh, Scrung.
In some other universe, we watched their adventure and know what their relationship is like.
Okay, so go over the plan one more time, so we have this for people on screen.
All right. So the plan is that each of the parties of 4 will take a separate footpath to the scouting destination. I got it. Yeah. We are going to take the destination that leads us to the cave. They will take a destination that leads them elsewhere.
Right.
I'm not sure about that path.
It's pretty much, if they take that path, Onslow tells them that it's pretty much more of where the Yanti used to be.
Okay.
So it's mostly more of
a similar path that they've already taken.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, we hire a third party to go down the river in an airboat.
Just making a lot of noise and...
Make some noise to distract from the fact that we are out in the woods. Make them think, they're just out there, they're just gator folk out there for hunting. Mm-hmm. They're just... whatever.
Get old young Cletus to go along with them.
Yeah.
I'm ready! He sounds like a card.
Do I hear him just yell that from outside?
You can hear that. I'm ready!
All right. I'm going to meet with old young Cletus and whatever council of hunters this town has.
Fantastic.
Offer them this opportunity.
Onslow doesn't seem all that happy about the fact that you want to take counsel with old young Cletus. They're hunting rivals.
Well, Onslow can accompany me if he would like, but I could use an introduction.
Wasn't Onslow the one who told us about
It
old
told
young
him about
Cletus?
him, but you can see,
Is he mad that we're going to employ the guy? He was like, hey, you should talk to this guy.
You could talk to this man, but he's just kind of sitting there just like, man, I really wish the Navy would just kill old young Cletus so I could be the new headhunter.
Well, hey, then this might
Guess
be
what? This is the chance.
Yeah, this is the perfect
yeah,
opportunity for that to
remember,
happen.
Onslow's a giant gator man. He just wants to invest in the hunt, but now that you're telling him this, he's just like, the cogs are whirling, and now you just see a giant devilish grin on his face.
Yeah, I tell Onslow, look, man, you're going to bag the man maw. Like, that's something he'll never be able to get again.
That gets to be yours.
Stubby gator, like, fingers just, like, rubbing his, like, giant turkey neck jowls. I like how you think, son.
All right. Now let's go offer him this job.
I come with, just in case some diplomacy needs to be enacted and my persuasion can help.
Alrighty.
I come with because splitting the party is a bad idea.
Alrighty. Well, it's still nighttime, so at this point, like...
Yeah, we're going to be able to sleep after this.
Yeah, after this you can go to sleep. So Onslow takes you down to where the dock is. You see a bunch of gator boys just like all... Like, they're liquoring up on moonshine. They got guns ready. Some of them are fishing.
A
others...
great combination.
Yeah. Like, they're all just... They're having a good time. They're
just
happy as a clam.
Just gator good old boys.
Gator good old boys. And you notice off in the distance, sitting at the pier at the end, with one arm kind of like fishing in there, and a shotgun sitting behind him next to his tail. That must be old young Cletus. He's skinny as a rail, and especially for like a part of him is fucking gone. It's all bandaged up and everything. It's not like it's, you know, just there showing. Onslow kind of just like holds his face, just like, let's get this over with. Kind of meanders his way down that way. Well. Onslow Green. The guy's not turned around yet. He's just hearing him. He's just like, hello, Cletus. I could hear those fat footsteps of yours from about 50 yards away.
Charming.
What you doing here? I thought you was out looking for the man-maw. That dumb little legend of yours that... Oh, yeah, that's right. How many times have you tried to bag? About 4 times running, and you couldn't find him? You can see Onslow just, like, wants to murder this man. He is, like, foaming at the mouth, ready to just take the gun from strapped behind him and just gently nuzzle it behind his head. Cletus turns around. Cletus is missing a good chunk of his face. Old young Cletus retired early, but came back from retirement. He looks like, not only has he looks like a part of him was chomped off, but it also looks like part of him is burned. Part of him is kind of melting on one side of his face. Another part of him, he's got like the suspenders where like a piece of it is like kind of just like folded over. Mm-hmm. Well, that's showing a couple of bullet wounds. This man looks like he's been in fights so many times. How is he still alive?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, and his tail at the tip kind of like cuts. Forks.
Well, sir, your esteemed rival brought your name up, and we were asking for some adventurous...
Whoa, hold on there, son. Onslow, why is the magic fairy man talking to me?
Everywhere. Because we have great opportunity for you, sir. A chance...
Opportunity!
A chance to experience danger and gain gold all at the same time. I hear that drives you people crazy.
What do you mean, we people, son?
The croc people.
All right.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to play this as some racist thing. It's something I have gotten to know from your culture.
Well, which is great because even Onslo's just like, don't worry, he's the asshole. He's the guy who's instigating this. He's just like, pay him no mind. I'd like to see him try to actually come at us. Oh, Onslow, buddy, pal, old friend. Pulls out a magnum. Please, give me the time of day. These, like, everyone around you is, like, just chocked to the brim with all kinds of weaponry. These boys want to get into a fight, but hearing you sprout up about a job, you got all the other gator boys in the back just like, what? Job? What?
It is, sir, it is what? An hour, 2 hours past sundown? That is the time of day, sir. Did I help?
Thank you, Eloy.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yes, he's an asinine centaur.
No,
it's amazing. We're all
that
shocked.
thing's a walking sundial. You good with numbers, son?
I'm better at numbers than most of the other centaurs in my tribe. I do not know how that stacks up out among these parts.
What's the highest number you could count?
Oh, jeez. I mean, I got...
I was gonna say roll a d20.
I got 10 fingers, I got 4 hooves, and a flute.
10?
So 15.
He only has 3 little claw fingers. Onslow, he's some kind of sorcerer.
A real math magician, this asinine centaur. Now, about this opportunity I mentioned before.
Ah, yeah. Hold on. Spits out a fishbone. Go on.
We'd like to hire you to go down or go up river towards the coast tomorrow.
Alright.
We have prey that needs hunting out there, and we hear that your boys are good for it.
What kind of prey we talking about, son?
Giant snakes.
Why wouldn't you want us going inside the bog, then?
I hear there's a big one out there towards the coast.
On top of that, there may be some unfriendly eyes out there, and only the bravest would even dare go hunting out in that area.
Both of you, roll me persuade. Oh, is it? I'm sorry. I keep saying persuasion like it's fucking Pathfinder.
Well,
It is
it's persuasion.
Oh, it
There's
is?
no
Okay,
diplomacy
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Versus.
Just persuasion?
Yep.
All right.
That one.
Yep, that's that one.
All right, well, I got a 14. You're bad at this.
I'm talking them out of it, apparently.
Why is the pixie still talking?
You make a fine point, sir. I'll let my esteemed colleague do the rest of the talking.
The fish man? So.
I shine my toothy grin at him.
All right, what would you roll again?
I got a 14 modified.
14 modified. Okay. 14 modified, and this man's versus insight. Nah, they're liking the sound of this deal so far.
All right.
All right, son. Well, I reckon we could do this for you. It's just now we gotta have the matter of pay. Now,
All
the
right.
boat maintenance, that's gonna be 200 right off the bat, considering we're not supposed to be even using it, cause some dumb little human feller's telling us that they're under some kind of lockdown.
Well, I have the authority to tell you that lockdown is not going to affect you in this situation.
You got the authority. Looks to Onslow. Onslow's just like, you?
Yep. Me.
You?
Yep. Me.
You? His finger falls off. Ah, hold on.
I pick it back up for him and hand it to him.
Just kind of screws it back on. All right, well, 200 for the airboat. And then secondly, depending on what we bag, that might cost you around, depending how much meat we get back on the boat, around $5 to $1,000, depending. And then, of course, there is this. You ever heard of the Navy, son?
I have heard of the Navy.
Oh, good, because we got people saying that they might be out there out on a boat, you see, and if that could be bad for us, because I don't think they take kindly to most people coming around with muskets and wanting to shoot things. So I'd say that's about another 500 right there. So based on this man's math, you're looking at a 1500 to a $2,000 venture.
$2,000 expedition. All right, I'm going to tell him why that's not the case.
Okay, please do, because now you got a whole crowd of people behind you just like, what? That's how much money we're going to be getting for each of us?
I tell him, look, you're shooting those numbers way too high over here. I'll tell you right now, I'm looking at your crew. And they might be worth 2,000. Might. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Roll persuasion. Wait, no. Are you intimidating them, or are you just saying this matter-of-factly?
I'm just saying a matter of fact.
Okay,
Look,
okay. Persuasion versus insight. Never mind, that one.
I'm pretty good at this.
Holy fuck.
Nah, I saw through his bullshit.
damn, he saw me using my good eye to turn the other way. No one's ever done do that. The man's wearing an eye patch.
Yeah.
So there's only one good eye, and that's his bad eye.
Second of all, that boat, it looks like it can run just fine. I'm not willing to pay any more than 50 for its maintenance.
Well, since this is a nat 1 and the boat was the first thing you said, the 50's gonna account for the boat, but now you have to account for what they're bringing in and hazard pay.
Look, if you can bring me the largest snake I have ever seen in my life from out there, which I hear tell is out there, I'm willing to pay you 1,000 for that.
Okay, hold on. Roll persuasion again.
That is 16. Lower than that, but
16. Alright.
However, if you don't bag that thing, and you're only able to bring me a bunch of those, those little piranhas you have out there? I don't know. I'd say I'd pay...
You watch as an egret's out there.
Yeah, those little things. If you're able to bring me 10 of those, I don't know, maybe 50, maybe 50 pounds of meat, I guess I could pay about 250 gold for that. $10.
You beat him.
All right.
All right.
Why did I even come here?
So the terms of agreement are here so far. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I roll a nat 1. You can't be blamed.
A nat 1. So.
All right. And as for hazard pay,
Now that's real weird. This whole hazard pay thing, doesn't that seem weird? Because all the way up here, Onslow, you've been telling us about how gator folk are just the bravest and the strongest and the best hunters ever, and they thrive on danger and they love it.
I gotta admit, Eloy's got a point. It is really weird that we have to pay them extra for this thing they supposedly want because they're so brave and strong.
You've been telling them I was brave, Onslow? Is that what you've been telling? You, Onslow Green, have been telling these folk that I, old young Cletus, a tooth falls out, is brave!
Well, he's been saying...
Onslow's just like, oh, fuck me, no.
I jump back in. Ready to roll another nat 1. He's been saying he's brave, and I just assumed that someone with such clear hunting prowess as yourself would be able to match him, but
at least equally as brave.
But if you need hazard pay to cushion the blow of fear, I understand. It's just I was misinformed.
Roll with advantage persuasion.
Here, you want to try a different dice, Grant?
This one gave me a 2.
Here,
so
no,
yes.
yeah. Do you want to try that one, or do you want to try the big old fucking Nerf one?
Big old fucking Nerf one does sound fun, but I'll give this a shot. A 4? Come on!
You have really bad hands. That was a 20. You just tossed it back to me and it was a 20.
Well, either way, that's a 9 with all my additions.
Well, that's okay, because he rolled a 6. You beat him.
Yay!
If I had Grant the character sheet, his luck would be 0.
Okay, so... you watching this fucking, shit show go on.
Two idiots arguing with each other.
2 idiots arguing with each other. You somehow came out on top.
So we whittled that down from 2,000 to, at max, 1,050.
Yes.
Okay. I can deal with that.
You non-gator folk, you think you got yourselves a silver tongue. Well, too bad, because mine's gold.
It's actually gold, I'm guessing.
It's not. It's wood.
Oh. This is painted gold.
I still say, when you're right, you're right.
Onslow's just sitting there just like, oh, thank God you guys are here. This would have ended in a fist fight if I was here, if it was just left to me. All right, so...
I tell you what, in the interest of fairness, I'll put 100 gold down just for right now. I give them a satchel full of 100 gold. Real gold preference.
Everybody loves doing that. With his gator
Like I
mouth, you
said,
think-
if you ever need to just kill somebody on this island, just poison some gold.
I was gonna say with his gator maw, I figured he would just shatter the coin.
It's like chewing gum to him.
They have control.
Spits out a tooth. It's gold. I love this broken man. I just,
He'll fucking fall apart, the hunter.
I have a feeling if they get like really bad rolls, we're gonna be facing an abyssal version of him. But
he's gonna come back as a brain in a jar.
Hey, you know what? That would be a great fight for Onslow to be a part of.
All right, he agreed. You got this fishing crew to agree on that on those terms.
all right, I thank them, and then I proceed back to Onslow's.
Yeah, Onslow goes back as well. It's just Onslow is just ever so grateful that you didn't have to let him have to control that, because like he said, he does not like old young Cletus as a hunting rival. So, oh boy.
Well, hey, when you pack the man maw, you can come back and rub that in his face if he survives.
And if he doesn't survive, hey, he didn't survive.
And we're only out 100 gold.
Alrighty, so is that what you got? You're done for the night?
Yeah,
I
we'll
think so.
we'll rest up and get ready for our excursion to the cave tomorrow.
All right, cool. So everyone's back to full. Everyone's got their HP, their stats, everything. Everything's all hunky dory. So with that, old young Cletus and his crew take onto the airboat. And when I said it was loud, oh boy, it was loud. It was like cannon fire shooting in the distance as they drive off. It takes them about a good 20 minutes before the silence comes into play.
All right, so as we're walking the path, we're just still hearing it.
Well, you guys are walking the opposite direction. So, Scrung, Red, Pliskin, and Riff are going in their direction. So, they actually are going to tell you guys if they note it. Like, here's the thing, is that Mead only wanted you guys to scout, just to get some basic reconnaissance information. If they get the same thing, they're not going to engage. They're going to find out what they're doing, or at least try to get some info on them, and then head back this way. So they're looking to see that by the next 24 to 48 hours, if they don't see you back at Piranha Bog Village, they're going to fear the worst and go back to Mead with bad news.
I'm going to ask if we should have some sort of signal in case we run into some trouble.
What kind of signal would that be then?
I don't know, some sort of, if any of them has some sort of like magic flare or something, or if we can like light an arrow and fire it off into the sky, have it give off some smoke.
Everyone turns to Red. She's got a little ball of fire, and she like precipitates it to like a crimson purple. I can make this into some kind of form. I don't know, I guess. What's something around here that would be... What's something around here that would kind of facilitate this area with fire? And Onslow just looks around and just goes, I don't know, I guess maybe them willow wisps? So, okay, she feels that if you can see purple torchlight in the distance, that's them.
Okay. So
like if you see a purple flame, that's them.
like purple flame up in the sky somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about for you guys?
All right.
You got that signal whistle. How far away does that? Will they be able to hear that?
I feel like with the noise the area creates, I don't know if that would be because that's what I was thinking. Because I have a signal whistle and I have a bell, and I was wondering if I could use either of those as a hey, if we can't see you, use this to signal that it's actually you. But I don't think either of them would make sound that would go far enough for us to be able to really.
Well, if you give
verify.
Red a few minutes, she's willing. With Red and Pliskin's help, they are willing to make you a flare grenade.
Hey, that sounds all right.
That'll work. We can huck
chuck
that.
that
We
if
can
we're in
huck that
danger.
off.
Yep, and you guys have crossbows, so you could fire it as well.
Yeah.
All right, let me just roll for them real quick.
There you go.
No, not 20. All right, there you go. Probably
Perfect.
like an hour. An
Does
hour of
the-
the morning is spent with Red and Pliskin as they create an arcane purple fire grenade.
does the I Dream of Genie nose twitch, and boom, magic flare.
There you go.
So if we fire that off into the air, that means we've run into trouble. If they fire theirs off into the air, they've run into trouble.
Yep. And they're like they said, they're going to spend 48 hours. If they get information, they're going to go back, wait 2 days, and then if you don't come back, they're going to fear the worst and head home.
All right. And if old young Cletus runs into trouble, he's dead, and we've saved 1,000 gold.
I'm old young Cletus. I'll never die.
God bless him.
I believe it.
Comes back. Like I said, he comes back in a brain in a jar. I told you I was still alive.
Is there a hunting god that I can thank for his survival and or death?
Alrighty, so you guys have figured that out, yeah?
Yep.
All right, so you want to head off?
Yep, we'll head off towards the cave.
Alrighty, Godspeed you guys, and you start heading on your way. You guys take the marsh path that leads along the side. You notice
just for in terms of like who's in front, who's in back, I think Onslow should be leading the pack because he knows the area the best.
All right.
I'll be behind because if anybody seems to fall into some water or something, I can dive in and keep track of things.
Also, you're immune to those, what are those things called? Yeah, the giant mosquito things, so you can see if one lands on one of us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me get the names of those things again.
Stirge?
Stirges, yeah.
Stirges, yep. Alrighty, and what about, so you're in back?
Well, he's in the
I'm
very
in the back.
Yeah, he's the rear guard. We're in the middle.
Yeah, as far as our order,
Okay.
I don't really know. I guess
So,
I can be in front of you.
Let's see.
You want to ride on my back, Ezra?
That does sound nice.
All
But
right,
I don't want to burden you, Eloy.
All right, everyone, roll me survival checks.
20 modified.
18 modified.
21 modified.
Okay, your pathway through the marshes was pretty uneventful. Nothing. The water's still calm. You probably see a couple of birds fly around. You see like alligators just sitting on the side, but they pay you no heed. You along the western side of you. You watch as like the marsh kind of does go up, but it goes up into high, like very jagged cliff sides. So that's why it's very hard to get a rat. Like you can't go any further other than just staying underneath this like shaded path of the marsh. And this continues going like all the way down. You can see like these little jagged cliffs kind of cover you just all the way down. You do reach a less marshy area. You're now in like a small clearing that there are like berry bushes kind of just like sitting on the side. This looks like a campground area. So like this feels like some people like who travel this road come here just to get a little rest from walking. You guys been like doing a good amount of traveling for like say, I don't know, like 2 hours.
While we're doing this, would it, if say we were in combat, would it take me a turn to affix that flare we've got to a crossbow bolt?
Yes, it's its own piece of ammo.
Okay. Can I just go ahead and do that now and have that ready? Like
Yeah,
just
by
on
all
the
means.
road? Okay.
You can have that
Cool.
as an already action.
Okay, well then I'm going to just set that up while we're walking, should the need arise.
All right, cool. So you are now at a small little camping zone. You do notice that there are a few lizard folk kids kind of sitting there fishing. So you're
Safe enough
welcomed
for
by
them.
a bunch of like little kids just like waving you down. And they got a big hunk of like, they got barrels. These kids, when I say kids, these are lizard folk kids. So they can hoist pretty much like double their weight. They got barrels of fish in there, and they're piranhas. These are legit piranhas sticking out of this thing. And they're not really, and they have like little crab pots, so they have a couple of crab, they are doing some crab fishing. But when I say crab, these things are like, they look like fucking sea spiders.
So like Alaskan king is what we're talking here.
Not really Alaskan, like probably half that.
Okay.
Okay.
The kids kind of like see Onslow and like see that you guys are walking along. Oh, so they think you're here to fish as well, so they kind of beckon you to come sit by them and help fish.
I just kind of like wave at them and kind of give the impression that we have, like we're on other business.
What about you two?
I basically just follow along and give the same signal, like just like we got to keep moving.
Yeah, we don't want to be stuck out here after dark again.
Yeah, next time.
Maybe on the way back.
All right, on the way back. Very well. Roll me survival checks when, again.
14.
8.
17.
I'm not shitting on you on purpose, I swear.
Hey, it's my rolls, man.
Dice don't lie.
You got to go with the number I say.
Oh, okay.
I like the sound of that.
No, all right.
Nothing happens. Or
Nothing-
no, as far as you're concerned.
Nothing happens, but you do hear a familiar churning and buzzing off to the side in the marsh. You look off in the distance. I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Yeah, this is not Ezra's field of...
19.
19. So you notice that there's a clump of ships, like not ships, a clump of like rowboats kind of stacked up on each other, and this really weird like orangey like crusted coating is wrapped around them in a tower-shaped dome, and a hole is up at the top.
If I had to guess, that's a stirge nest over there.
You'd have guessed because one of them kind of like pokes its head out and looks towards you.
Feel like that confirms my guess.
I would like to move in the opposite direction of this stirge nest if that is convenient.
Onslow, you said you guys shoot these things for fun?
Yes.
Want to have a good time?
You want to stir the nest up?
I would.
I do not want to do that, please.
Not saying
No.
stir the nest up, but just keep an eye out.
Because I don't know if you've seen, son, but this gun here ain't much for precision.
Well, if there's a bunch of them, that means you might hit a lot.
Or we could just stir up the hive. I mean,
No, we don't need to do that.
It does sink into the water, son.
Could we take out its support without them buzzing around and, killing me? Or Eloy.
Well,
We don't
I'm
have to
going to
test
vote
it.
that we don't shoot the nest.
We don't have to test this.
What if we just went away from the nest and weren't near it no more? Would this not accomplish the
What if-
objective better?
I second Eloy's plan.
But what if we got rid of the nest and never had to worry about these?
I'm going to float this out there. I think another nest would pop up somewhere at some point in time.
You make a fine point.
We have a saying about fixing what ain't broke. Don't do it.
Ain't broke is a fun term when you're not the one who had a stirge looking into your neck to put some eggs.
I am the one that made it not put eggs in there, and I'm telling you this is a
son,
bad idea.
It don't put eggs inside you. It just wants to drain the blood straight from your heart for the eggs inside it.
Oh, that's much better. My mistake.
All right, so you guys want to try and sneak around it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, continue.
Roll stealth. Which is not Onslow. No, it's not.
Hey,
Onslow's.
it's apparently not my strength either.
7.
Well, I got a
8.
20. Do I have advantage? I do. 23. I'm sneaky. Onslow is not.
Onslow is not, and neither are these two.
Well, I'm supposing that doesn't help us much.
No. Because two of them kind of just like riddle themselves out of the nest and fly in the direction of you guys, but land on the surface. Like they're on the edge of the water now, just staring at you. At these three.
I am unnoticed.
You are unnoticed. Oh, they're nymphs, son. They're kind of blind as it is right now.
I would like to slowly back away from the stirges. Could we just slowly back away and make no sudden or threatening moves?
Roll again.
Stealth again?
Unless you have a plan.
I'm currently unnoticed. I'm formulating a plan while they're trying to back away.
All right, roll stealth.
Way much better.
Onslow!
Onslow basically just slaps a tree.
Yeah, Onslow pretty much just picks up a log and throws it at it.
Whatever. Wham!
We're gonna cut to break now because I rolled a 1, so this is an encounter.
All right.
Great.
Yep, good time for a break.
Yep, good time for a break.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table. So, Stirges.
Yes.
This should be
Nest
fun.
Roll initiative, everyone.
All right.
Do I get advantage for being in stealth?
Actually, before we, I'll give you one action. I'll give you a surprise action. Before.
A free action as one of them starts to leap forward here.
Yep. So there,
right.
you're in the bushes over there.
All right,
See
so we
that-
have a
see that
map
brown
now.
area. That's high grass.
Okay, so. Okay, yeah. So that's high grass.
Yep. And you're all the way on the left there.
All right, so I managed to sneak back into there.
I did roll a nat 20 on that second stealth roll. I don't
So
know
I'll
if that
give you,
does
I'll
anything
give you
for me.
one as well.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's see. For my free action, it looks like the only one within range is going to be that guy here.
Yep.
So, since we're all in combat, I'm just going to dart out here and stab at thee.
All right, go for it. Roll with advantage.
All right. That is going to be a 20 to hit, not net.
You hit him.
All right. Vista spear. I stab at thee. That is 4 damage.
Okay.
And follow up with a melee attack, which I'm guessing is not advantage.
Yeah.
That is a +4 or +6, 17.
That
to
will hit.
All right. This is 8 damage. So that's a total of 8 plus 5. That's 13 damage.
You squish it.
Okay,
That one's gone. It's fucking gone.
Good news. These things are pretty. Good news. These things are pretty weak.
Your turn.
Okay, those the 3 to our right
Yep.
look like they're within. If I target the middle one, the other 2 should be within a 20-foot radius of it.
Yes.
So I'm going to try sleep on those boys.
Go for it.
Let's see. 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 hit points worth of them fall asleep.
They both fall asleep.
Okay, so those 2 down there.
Yep.
Just 2 of them, because it is a 20-foot radius, so I should be able to catch all 3 within the area,
Yeah,
I
then.
believe.
Well, no, just those 2 on the coast fall
But those
asleep.
are the... Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Just making sure.
These 2.
Yeah, though. No, these 2 over here. 1 and 2.
and him?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna.
Those are in the nests. That red little circle-like blob, that's a nest.
Ah, okay.
And also, those nests are in water, so...
Damn.
Gotcha. Well,
There we go. Now they're all sleepy.
All right, so everyone roll initiative.
I got a 6.
Oof, that might be my lowest initiative. That is 8.
I got a 19.
6, 8, and 19. So, let me get my papers ready.
Just adding to my rough rolls. For the intrepid viewer out there, if you could like add
Yeah,
up,
you are way below average on
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah, I wanna s-
You
I
are
want-
due
I-
for a streak.
Yeah, color 12, are you in here?
yeah, I would like to see like dice rolls added up and see who's been averaging the lowest, because I got a feeling it's me.
I feel like I've been averaging very high. Then again, these are my blessed dice that I got on my wedding day.
Onslow got a 17.
Real world magic.
Yeah, real world magic.
All right, so...
That one's slow.
No, that's a... No.
That one don't do nothing.
No, that one's just gonna sit there. Stirge 1. All right. So Onslow is gonna go first. Takes a look at that nest right there in front of him. He's gonna waddle himself into the water. So move him up
Onslow's gonna
30.
Go.
Up 30?
Yep. 1.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep, he's gonna just waddle right on up there with complete disregard for the piranhas.
Guys, is leaving an option now? Because he squished that one. Those 2 boys are asleep, and the rest are just in their nest. Can we just go?
Not your turn.
Oh.
Oh. I mean, that could have been worse.
I mean, yeah, but he goes to walk into the water, He kind of sticks his foot into a unknown deeper part, and he kind of like shot into the air. That's his turn.
Whoop.
Number 1's turn, the one he just fired at, is gonna fly on at him.
Good.
Proboscis at the ready for a blood attack.
At the very least, it is not for some reason gunning for me like I was ready for it.
Yeah, no, it kind of like, it sticks its proboscis right in his forehead, and he just goes, stop that. Just slaps it away. Grant, you're
Going
up.
a little net.
Now, dude, that was a stealth bonus action for us, so Nick and I still get turns in
Yes,
this.
yes, you
Yeah,
did.
we're
Okay.
just. Actually, yeah, you're
Yeah,
way
'cause,
faster.
yeah,
You're way
yeah,
faster than him.
he's
Oh,
way above
wait,
me.
did I do that wrong? I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this at the wrong way. I apologize. You're up.
Okay.
'Cause, yeah,
that's-
my
I am
initiative
so
was
sorry.
6.
no, that's fine. Just
Yeah,
making
let me,
sure.
Let me
Yeah,
fix
because he and
this.
I both got a little quicker. Well, I got a little quicker. He got a lot quicker.
Yeah, so let me fix this order real quick.
Eloy kind of like
There you go.
heaves a sigh. All right, I guess we're doing this. Hey, you stupid bug! That's a gator man. He's got real big scales. You can't stab a gator man with your mouthpiece. Vicious mockery. So it's been a week since we did vicious mockery. Wisdom save.
Oh.
Well, he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, well, that's
That bird's too dumb to understand. Or that bug's too dumb to understand. You're yelling at it.
Yep. All right, that does nothing then.
Sorry.
Eh.
Grant,
No, it's.
is it? Or
It's mine. I was an 8. He was a 6.
Good lord, I'm fucking reading these all wrong.
It's okay. The bonus actions threw you off.
Yeah.
It's all good.
How deep is this water that he's wading in?
He's like ankle deep to him. So to you, it'd just be a little bit above the ankle.
Okay, so not enough for me to be submerged. Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to go aid him.
And the one you're next to is dead.
yeah,
Just in case
10,
there's any confusion there.
15,
Well, now you're in water, so
20. There we go.
there you go.
And a little bit further ahead, that's like waist deep to me, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attack this one that he's fighting. Nope. Nope. Nope, not happening. That is a nat 1. He and I are having some rough times
Finally.
getting into this water here. So I'm guessing I'm tripping going face first into this water or something. Or?
1 second.
All right, I'll figure out exactly how bad
I think TFS is automatically rolling disadvantage. on
Oh,
swamps
okay,
are-
good. You step in something squishy. You can't move. You're sinking.
This could be worse for me.
That's your turn.
Yep. I don't imagine I get my bonus action.
Nope.
All right.
All right, he's sinking.
This is what I get for not probing the area with my spear first.
All right, so he's sinking, but he's also a fish man, so I don't know if I should be too terrified about that.
I just let you know. Don't worry, I'll figure my way out of
Okay,
this.
because I have rope, and I was like, I can make my turn trying to get him out, but I don't know if that's prescient.
We still have one that's going relatively unfocused and unasleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two are asleep. That one's awake.
Yeah, that one's still awake, but he's in the nest, right?
He's like climbing out of the nest.
So I
right
feel
now.
like doing anything to him will just rattle the nest and produce more enemies. That's my fear.
Correction, doing anything and missing.
Yeah, missing has been.
What are you talking about?
I have a dumb idea. I'm gonna see
Best
if it
kind.
works. So I'm gonna move back a little bit, Whoop. Just to get myself farther away.
This is a very bad predicament.
Say about right here.
In the grass line?
Yes.
Alrighty. You want to roll stealth to get in there?
Sure. No reason not to. Hey, and it's 24.
There you go.
So you just Homer Simpsoned yourself into the high grass.
All right, and now while I'm in there, I have a bottle of wine and some rags and some kindling.
You gonna try to make a homemade Molotov cocktail?
You're damn right I am.
Roll me me a wisdom.
All right. 18.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Oh, of course I have. I've gotten out of sticky situations before.
You just fucking slink in there, watch you like part away all the high grass so it doesn't catch on fire, and boy howdy, you made yourself the prettiest Molotov cocktail you ever did see.
All right.
But that is
great.
your turn for
Yes, yeah, I figured.
now. All right, Sleepy Boy is asleep, other Sleepy Boy is asleep, and now one in the nest. He's gonna fly right on. Oh, he sees a boy in the water. He's gonna go right for you.
This is a couple. How much movement does this guy have?
He's got 60 feet of flight.
Well, that'll do. 5, 10, 15, 20,
That's why I
25,
backed up.
30, 35, 40,
Yep.
45, 50, 55, 60.
Right there, yep.
Right in front of me.
He's gonna land right on your head.
Oh.
Well,
I
don't worry,
don't
no,
have
no.
a way of marking
No,
that.
no, it's all right. You can roll acrobatics with disadvantage. Wait, actually, no, it's athletics. I'm sorry. It's
Athletics with disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
athletics with disadvantage
I'm
because he's trying to
sneaking
grapple.
now, so I put my hood up.
Those are both 19s, so
Holy fuck, they are.
yeah, that is incredible. That's 21 modified.
Okay, he had a 5% chance of rolling a 20, so that's not helping him.
All right,
He
so
tried to- he
do
tried-
I have him now?
No, you don't have him, but
You thought you were getting.
he tried to nosedive onto you, latch onto your shoulders, and sink into you, but you dodge your head out of the way.
And I'm just like throw him off.
Yep, and you throw
Get
him
outta
off.
here.
All right.
Man, I just want to like grab, just like no, sink into the water with him, drown it, smile.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Onslow. He's gonna take another shot at the one right in front of. No, he's not gonna take a shot. He's gonna bite him. What the fuck? I rolled a
rough.
2.
This is rough,
Fuck,
Onslow.
At last, my bad luck rubs off on the rest of you. If we die together.
All right, well, that's a fucking miss on Onslow. Number 1's turn. He's gonna try and attack Onslow again. No.
All right,
Never.
stop.
Yeah, he's
stop.
just like, stop it, fuck. These two are fucking having.
They're slapping
Yeah, they're
at each other.
sissy slapping each other. All right, Ben, you're up.
It's like, I'm
All right, I'm gonna yell at the one going for Wake. You dummy, he's a fish man. You think you can take a fish man in the water? 'Cause you can't, dummy. That's where they live. They're real good at that. Vicious mockery.
What was it, a wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Wisdom they ain't got, so that's an 11.
Okay, so he will get disadvantage on next attack and take 1 damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna yell at Wake. You hear that, Wake? You're real good in the water. You're the best waterman I ever knew. You're great.
Thanks, Eloy.
Have a bardic inspiration dice. You can use that.
Oh, yay.
Can add that to any roll within the next 10 minutes.
It is now your turn.
All right. If I use, I'm going to use my movement action to kind of like try to free myself from the.
Roll acrobatic. I'm sorry,
Athletics.
athletics. I apologize. I keep confusing the two.
It's okay. Fuck me, I'm going deeper.
I would strongly consider adding bardic inspiration to that.
Does
It's a
that-
nat
it's a
one.
nat
No,
one.
it's a
Does that
nat
count
one.
with that?
No, it does not.
I'm gonna try-
Never mind then.
Well, this is awkward.
You are now submerged underwater completely. Also, there's a face looking at you.
Fuck.
That's a fish. That's a big piranha.
I say hello in Aquan.
Hadn't considered this opportunity.
Roll animal handling.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I have a bonus in that.
A
Nat
one.
20.
You've dealt with water beings before.
Well, there's the fish
Like,
is just
oh.
yeah, the fish is just like the fucking the piranha the size
Hold
of
on.
a fucking pit bull is now just
Part
sitting
of
there
this
going
nest submerged.
Is Does that mean I'm like friendly with it now? Just like we're bros?
It pays you no mind. It's just like, oh,
All right.
what's up?
I can't ask for any better.
Yeah, that sounds like about as friendly as these things get.
Grant.
I was gonna say, could you just talk this thing into attacking that?
But you are kind of still sinking. You look down. That's quicksand. You can breathe underwater, but I'm not sure you can breathe in earth.
I can't breathe earth. You're correct.
All right.
You don't have an elemental monk skill for that yet?
I have attunement that I can kind of move earth, but I cannot deal with this.
Okay, so it's like. So this is water, right?
Yes. No, that's the. They see that brown stuff around there? That's high weed. So it's
Okay.
like that's high grass going
Yeah,
into
I
it
like
is.
high weed. All right. Because I was considering trying to throw my Molotov like here to put something between us and the nest. But you're in quicksand and surrounded. And are these two nests on the map?
Yes.
Okay.
The things that are red with the black holes,
Yeah.
those are nests,
Are
and
both
those are the
nests.
opening.
I suppose the bonus to being underwater is this thing can't really attack me now, or at least that thing can't. The bug.
Yeah, he's not going after you. You almost had the piranha to contend with.
Yeah. I could speak to it.
All right, I have the ability Cunning Action, which is I can spend a bonus action to dash, disengage, hide, sleight of hand, thieves' tools, or use object.
Yes.
Could I just basically dash over to where these guys are, huck my cocktail into that opening, and attack?
Yes.
Okay. Because I want to fight them, close off anything from coming out of there, and kill the thing that is
Yep, and then that's your turn.
near Wake.
Yep.
So you're gonna step on my head.
I'm going to step right next to your head.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there to try and give you a hand up later, but basically, yeah, moving myself right directly next to you.
All right, you are in waist-high water.
Terrific. I'm not great there, but I'm trying to help. What do I have to do for throwing that Molotov?
That's a dex.
Dex? Awesome. Though a nat 1 wouldn't make it worth anything. It's 14.
All right, 14. That will hit, and let's say that has a splash damage of 10. So everything, where you throw it, everything around it in 10 feet also gets hit.
All right, so that's
So say
aiming
we
for here.
aiming for there.
That opening to just try and close it
So
with fire.
1, 2. All right, it just misses the other stirges, but it does set the entire nest on fire.
Awesome.
Roll me a 1d12.
D12. That's
I'll be one of these dudes.
this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
6.
That is 6 fire damage. You hear nothing but agonizing screaming as these things try to fly away, but then just hit the water dead.
Awesome.
And you watch, now you see the fish just go
Food.
and swim off.
I was scared.
Enjoy your meal.
Yep, so that
All right.
nest is fucking burning.
Okay.
And so you can consider that gone.
Cool. So now that I've done that, can I attack or help Wake? Are those my options?
Why would you want to attack me?
No, not attack you. Can I
Get down!
Can I attack in general or help Wake?
You want to spend a bonus action to do what?
I am going to try and reach down and pull Wake up.
Athletics.
Athletics
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. Got it.
I'm kind of getting vacuum sucked into the earth.
No, I get that.
And plus, you don't know where he is
I was
specifically.
gonna say, and athletics are my bad one. Got a 16 and a 2. I'm gonna guess the disadvantage throws that 2 in there.
Yeah. You kind of try to grab for him, but you can't. You know what you pull up?
A fish.
Yeah, you pull up a little piranha.
Great. At least it wasn't a nat 1 and the piranha didn't rend my hand,
Yeah.
and now you can't use your crossbow.
Yeah, you pulled it up by the non-pointy end. I consider that a victory.
All right. Number 2 is hearing all this nonsense. See if he wakes up. Yeah, he does. Number 3.
Wait, how long? Wait, how does sleep work?
Oh, wait, no, he has to be hit, right?
Let's see. Yeah, they.
So he's fine. I'm sorry, he's fine.
Yeah,
And
they don't
he's-
awake until the spell ends, which takes 1 minute, which is what, 10 rounds?
Yeah.
So quite a long time, or unless they take damage or an ally intentionally wakes them up.
Okay, yeah, then they're fine. So number 4, the one in front of where you were, sees you.
Yeah, new blood.
Hey,
blood.
I don't have a way to defend it.
All right.
Which now
Does
think about it,
a...
is
Oh, Jesus, does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Hey, dummy, you can't hit shit! Cutting words. Subtract 1d6 from that.
Doesn't hit.
Ha
It was going to use its blood attack on you.
Ugh.
So you watch as, like, the end of... No, it was, like, going to try and nosedive itself into you and drink up, but it missed just out of the way. It's like, what?
Eloy distracted.
Yeah. All right, we're back up the list. Onslow. He's gonna hit one of these days.
Maybe.
He's gonna fucking hit one of these
like
days.
Onslow would
Yeah,
have-
he
Yeah,
does.
that he
Yeah,
does.
he does. Oh boy, does he! Just one bite and the thing explodes into blood.
Crunch.
Crunch. So that one in front of him is gone.
It's a delicacy where he comes from,
Yep.
Maybe.
we presume.
Eloy.
Ben, you're up.
Okay, I am going to... Yeah, I'm not liking how long Wake's been underwater. I mean, I know he can breathe down there, but...
Friend preservation.
I have a
kicks
plan.
in.
I have a plan for the next turn to help me out if that.
I
I mean, you don't know that.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna throw a rope near where I saw him go down and hope that helps.
Okay, how long is the rope that you have?
I've got 50 feet, so I'm.
And it's hemping?
I'm gonna assume yes. I just
All right,
have.
it floats above him.
If I still have the opportunity to do so, I do have a grappling hook that I could tie to it to weigh it down.
You'd have to go in the water now because now it's in the water.
Well, can I pull it back?
You can spend the turn to pull it back.
Okay.
Throws the rope and flows. Just.
All right.
Oh, dang it!
Roll
Just
wisdom.
starts pulling it back in.
roll me a wisdom check.
21.
You tie it on superbly.
Awesome.
It is a perfect knot.
Do I still have enough action
ahead,
left to
I'll
try
allow
another
it.
one? All right. I lightly, gently, I don't want to hit him in the head with a grappling hook if I can help it, but I lightly try and toss the grappling hook around where I saw him go down.
Roll dex. With disadvantage.
All right. All right, that's a 9. That's a 2, so that's a modified 6.
Splunk.
It hits the shoreline. It doesn't go in the water.
All
Is
right.
it- Never mind.
I'm guessing it's my up, or is
Roll athletics.
Well, I was going to. Here's my plan. As I am kind of attuned with Earth and nature, I am going to try to clear my mind to see if I can get a feel for the Earth around me and maybe make it shift a little bit to maybe let me roll with advantage on my next attempt to break out. I'm taking a full action to clear my mind and attune myself with nature, like this Earth that's sucking me in.
All right. I will allow you to roll athletics with advantage.
All right.
A 6 on that one. And
All right,
a...
so 6. And I'm going to add this Bardic Inspiration dice.
Okay. 3.
Okay, so that's 9 plus 2 plus 2. That's 14.
All right. You're not sinking any further, but you're not getting out.
All right, I
You
have stopped my descent.
You have stopped your descent. You are now chest high in the earth.
All right, I'm just like standing there like, full Buddha, just like, just trying to attune myself to the shit that's around me. So I've stopped the Earth from pulling
And
me
meanwhile,
in.
there's a prawn just sitting there. All right. That's
We're
you.
bros now.
Yep. That's you. Your turn.
All right. The one that's hanging out
in front
Still
of.
alive.
Yep.
I attack it with my +1 dagger.
Go for it. With my healing stick.
15.
That will hit.
Hey! Oh wait, it's a dex weapon, so it would have been way higher than that. Like 17, but still.
Yeah, that hits.
Got it! And I roll a d4 for damage.
+1.
+1, so 2.
Plus your dex, because it's a finesse weapon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5.
5 points of damage?
4. Sorry, 4.
4 points of damage. Okay.
No, 5 because it's a +1 weapon, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. 5.
5 damage on that bug.
5
Lots
points
of
of.
little addition here.
Yes. You carve one of its wings clean off.
Well, it's not flying anymore.
Well, it's clumsy flying in the air now. It kind of like hits the water and like it gets back up.
Okay.
Doing that little motion.
All right. Those two are asleep, and then his turn
Yeah, he's probably mad at me.
goes again for the blood attack. I'm assuming that was a 9. A 9.
Hey!
So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Does a 14 hit?
It matches, so I survive.
You survive.
Just barely stop it from like.
Fuck. All right, back up the list. Onslow just looks at this. Hold him still, son.
Doing my best.
Misses.
Can he roll with advantage? I've got it.
That's fluff talk, son. That's fluff talk. All right, that one's dead. Your turn.
All right, I'm gonna just yell at that bug. Hey, you dumb bug! You only got one wing. You can't fly with one wing. What you doing? Vicious mockery.
All right. Oh wait, he's got disadvantage. Shit. Yeah, that's right. He would have
missed anyway.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Who knows? Could have been a nat 1. Could have killed himself.
That was a 15.
Let's see.
Does it match?
It beats it. I'm trying to decide whether it's worth this this last bardic inspiration dice. Yeah. You dummy! One wing! I'm telling you, you're real dumb. Subtract 1d6 from it.
Here's your bardic inspiration back.
6.
By the way.
It misses.
Or it, yeah.
Yeah. So it will get disadvantage on its next attack, and it takes 2 damage.
You see blood start to pour out, like it's fucking abdomen. It's his turn. He's done with you now. He's gonna fly over to you. Would you mind moving Mr. Buggo to Ben?
Wait, it's.
Yeah, you need to roll. Do you have attack of opportunity?
I do? Cool.
Yeah. As it like disengages and flies past you.
You get to try and like take a swipe at
So
it.
do I just,
Just a regular
Just a regular
attack roll.
9.
That will not hit.
Ah.
You missed, sorry. He's gonna go for you. Blood attack. 9, 14, does that hit?
It does not.
No, it does not, so
Yeah,
it misses
so-
you completely.
Yeah, I mean, he's technically got disadvantage, so he's got a 1 in 20 chance of critical missing on a second
that's
roll.
true.
Nope. Okay. Oh, yay for disadvantage. That would have hit.
Yep. Alright, back up the... Oh, wait,
Yeah, we're going down the list now, so it should be my turn.
Yep, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna calmly, slowly take my spear off my back and just kind of like lift it up so it's showing at the top of the water.
You watch as the spear kind of just goes...
It's like a magic sword in the lake scenario.
Ezra, we could be king of the swamp.
I don't know.
See an ogre in the distance. This is my swamp!
This might be some sort of evil magic afoot. Maybe I shouldn't touch this.
All right, and as for my normal action, I'm going to just do my normal athletics to see if I can wriggle my way free.
Alright.
While holding aloft your
Nope.
spear.
No, I'm still down here. We match. So
The trap matches.
Technically, I'm a little better.
Yeah, the trap matches, so... Where you
I don't sink. I don't go higher. I'm just here
Yeah.
waiting for somebody to pull me out now.
Okay,
The earth has listened to my pleas as much as it wishes.
your turn.
I start pulling on that spear.
Roll athletics.
Can I assist him in this one?
Yes.
13.
Plus my 8.
You don't really help that much, but he does get your head above the water.
Hello.
Hey!
You are still trapped though. Like you're the bottom of, like your legs are still in the water.
Well, yeah, I should be knee deep when
Yeah.
I'm, in fact, neck deep.
Yes.
I set their nest on fire.
I made a friend with a fish.
Cool.
Speaking of,
All right, so one of the nests burned. The other one, on the other hand.
We've irritated something.
Onslow looks over. Boy, we stirred up the hive. That's a drone. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of the list.
It's a big boy.
All right, number 4's turn. It's still trying to hit you. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah, I got no inspiration left to try to affect that. So
Roll a con saving throw, please. If
12.
that does not win. You guys watch as this thing jabs it into his neck.
Eloy, no!
It starts drinking. Let me roll.
This one-winged bastard.
Am I crazy, or has he gotten 2 turns since the last time I've
Did
gotten
he?
a turn?
Shit. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
like
because he flew over there to attack him, and then
And I haven't gotten
it was
a turn
my
since
turn.
then.
And
Oh, you haven't? Fuck
Yeah.
me. God almighty.
yeah, your order is a little messed up, I think.
Okay, let me clean this up. Yeah, so go ahead. I apologize. Let's.
I mean, technically, Onslow still hasn't had a turn,
This is true. So I will let Onslow go. I apologize.
and then it would be
Buggo's turn. No.
then it would be Eloy, then Bug, then me, then
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'll have Onslow take a shot at that guy.
Okay.
That hits. He's dead.
Solves the problem.
Solves the problem.
Yay!
Yeah. You know what? Player MacGuffin, it fucking solves it. I apologize.
it starts to sink its neck forward. Boom! Just explodes everywhere.
Yep.
Eloy's
Yeah,
just
Eloy's
covered in
again like that
Stirge
fucking fan
viscera.
art. Like that fan art.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood.
I keep getting covered in blood. I don't know why.
This is the result of a murder directly in front of him, whereas the other blood was him attempting to help.
All
This
right.
probably feels a little more
Your
gross.
turn.
Okay, so everything's dead or asleep
Except
except for
for the
that
drone.
big giant drone. Trying to figure out if there's any way I can try to end this right now, but I don't think there is. I mean, well, I could try a. Yeah, I'll try a Dissonant Whispers on it. This is a new one.
Ooh.
Watch this. This is a real great trick. I'm gonna play a spooky song for it. Play a spooky song on my flute, scare him away. I play a spooky song on my flute. He gets a wisdom saving throw.
$13.
13 matches, which would be because the target is 13. I don't know whose favor that goes in on saving throws.
Now we
Usually
go-
the defender, right?
They go on the defenders of the drone.
Okay, so he would make the saving throw. Okay, in that case, he takes half damage, which is 3d6 psychic damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna borrow these.
That's a lot of
That's
damage.
a lot of damage. Fuck me.
Yeah.
And that's half?
No, it's half of
half
3d6.
3D okay.
Yeah,
Let's say
3d6.
66 on it.
Yeah, no, 3d6 is base damage, so that would have been
Holy
12, 15 rounded in half and
7?
rounded down
7.
7. Yeah.
All right, so he takes 7 points of damage. So you whisper it a spooky song, and it's like, what did I just?
Stop it! You're scaring me.
Its eye explodes.
Fuck.
Bugs hate spooky songs.
Apparently so. All right, Your turn.
All right, I'm going to continue with his aid trying to pull me out of this.
Both of you
muck.
roll athletics.
That's a 6.
He gets you out of the trap completely.
Yay, we're here.
Oh! What'd I miss?
Okay.
That guy woke up.
Turn to the side.
Huh. All right, do I have an attack action left?
I will say for this, yes, you do. With his help, he got you out. You have your full actions.
All right, awesome. If I have my full actions, and I see that guy, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I'm going to use my water whip to attack that sumbitch. He has to make a dex saving throw.
Unfortunately, Dex is his highest thing.
Well, then he makes it, but he's going to take half damage on this 3d10s.
He rolled a not natural 20.
Yeah, that makes the saving throw, which means he saves against these other effects. But let's see, I'm going to need to borrow a couple of d10s.
D10s? Here you go.
One more. I thought
One
I
more
had
D10?
one.
Here, I got one.
All right, cool. Oh, wait, no, I have one. Sorry. I'll use mine. That's
3, 2.
3 plus... That's not great. But, you know what? So he takes 2 damage. That's sad. Wait, no. 3 damage. Takes 3 damage. Slap! So I slap him with a bunch of water.
Fucking turns back and looks to you. Your turn.
My turn. Okay, he's already got his attention. With one of these that's just sleeping,
Yep.
is there a way that I could go over there and basically just kill it? Like, or is there always?
Well, you'd have a
You
guarantee.
get a coup de grace, basically.
Coup de grace. I've looked at the rules, but I'm gonna say homebrew. You get a coup de grace on it, so just roll to hit and do double damage like it would be a critical.
Okay. Then
You hear that, folks? Homebrew.
Haha.
make my way over to that fella.
I mean, it makes sense. It's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, could I just slit its throat or something? With a,
Well, you still could have hit him. I said, like, he's sleeping. You could still hit him.
Okay, so the hit is automatic and you do double damage?
oh,
That's
the
what we're
hit's
saying?
automatic.
Damage is doubled.
Okay.
2.
So, is the damage before or after I add in everything?
Damage, it's before you add all your
So it's
proficiencies.
double dice plus your mods.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4, 7, 8. So 8 altogether.
He's still alive, but he looks up at you like, what? Por qué? Why? Por qué?
Okay, he is awake now. As
Yep.
soon as he takes damage, he's automatically awake.
He's awake, so now it's his turn, actually, now that you woke him and roused him from his sleep.
Great. Was hoping to just get rid of him.
Gonna bite that foot of yours, but he misses.
Hey!
You have him nailed to the floor right now. Now it's the drone's turn.
Hello.
He's gonna grapple you.
Again with this shit.
Oh no! So that's 11.
All right. Nope.
Okay, he didn't get that.
Slap his hands away.
But he is gonna try and slap at you with a claw.
That'll hit.
Oh geez, yeah, it will. Because that's a +5 to attack on him.
It's a finesse weapon.
Yeah. Hmm?
Oh,
No, he's hitting you.
yeah.
And he,
So
gets,
like
he gets a +5.
I was just saying he attacks with finesse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll his d6 on you. That's a 4.
Okay. I'll take that. Not like I have a choice.
No! I disagree.
All right, back up the list. Onslow just turns and looks at that. Fresh meat.
Firing into melee, the madman.
Wait, he can't. He has to reload. He fired off.
Yeah.
So, shit, no, that's his turn. He has to reload. Actually, no, he's standing in place, so he's going to mitigate his
Move.
He's gonna mitigate his move to fire. So reload and then fire and shoot where he is. That was a 13 to hit. With that would have been a 15, and that matches. So it kind of splinters off the drone skin.
Jesus!
Was that fucking ear shit? Was it tinnitus?
Tinnitus.
It's just like, oh, son, a little tinnitus won't kill you. What?
What?
Your turn.
All right, I'm gonna yell at the newly awakened guy who Ezra is fighting. Hey, dummy, you should have stayed asleep. He's gonna stab you real good, and then you're gonna be dead, and you'll feel real stupid.
He's right, I am.
He fails.
All right, so disadvantage and 3 damage.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He just goes back to sleep and he doesn't move.
See, I told him to fall back asleep, and
You're
he
a
did
murderer
it.
now.
I give him a thumbs up.
Your turn.
My turn? All right.
I've never seen a person ever kill something with vicious mockery until today.
I suppose it's easier at the lower levels.
Yeah.
We still don't really have an idea of how much health this drone has, how frustrating of a fight it'll be. So I use my action to back away into the tall grass again.
All right, move back into the tall grass.
I'm guessing you want to get a better angle on this?
Yes.
Roll stealth.
7. I have a feeling it noticed me.
Yeah, it saw you at the last minute. It's aware of your presence.
Okay.
How rude to ignore me.
Is that your
Shouldn't
turn?
I go before him?
Oh yeah, he should.
Oh, you should. Yeah. So go ahead. I'll let you do your action after this then.
Okay.
Whatever. It's no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
We aren't doing the same things. Attacking with the spear.
In reality, we'd all be doing this at the same time.
That is a 7 plus 4 plus
I'm making a lot of fumbles. I apologize.
13.
It's not dead.
That
It's
will
one
not
die.
hit.
Not hit. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just use a key to use flurry of blows to try to get 2 unarmed attacks in on him.
Go for it.
That's not hitting. Wait, actually it might. Plus 4 plus 2. That is a 15.
That will match.
So I hit it, but not really.
Deflected.
It zips away at the last second.
All right, that'll hit. That's 1 above him then.
Yep.
All right, so my second flurry of blow strikes for 8 damage.
You stagger him. He hits the floor, but he's still awake.
Having a good boxing match with this bug.
Yep. All right, now you can go.
All right. I aim my crossbow at him.
With the flare in it?
Not the flare one. I attached that to a bolt, not
Yep.
the crossbow itself.
Okay, no, that's fair.
I'm not using that bolt. Trust me, I thought
Smile, you son of a bitch!
Trust me, I thought about it. But I was like, no, that'd be really dumb. We might actually have real trouble with the man mob.
Yeah, so go for it.
I was thinking we'd save that for the military.
Oh, that too, yeah. That actually makes even more sense. Pew! Hey, a nat 1.
Misfire. Oh, wait, no, I'm in melee. That's bad for me.
Hey, be happy I didn't go with my other plan, which was going to be, I'm going to put oil on this and set it on fire and then shoot it. This could have been a lot worse.
Here, do me a favor. Roll this.
The skull.
Roll the skull.
You're going to roll it on the map so it's visible for everyone to see.
You got left temple.
You shoot him.
Of course
Great.
you do. How much damage
Roll
does your
damage.
crossbow do, my friend?
1d8.
That's a lot of damage.
Great.
Plus dex.
7. Oh, wait, no, you have...
6, yeah.
Okay. I take 6 damage. Fun.
Yep, so...
I'm sorry!
Shunk! It's in my neck.
That's not another bug, Wake. That was me. I'm sorry.
I feel like Ace Ventura. Just
Oh, no. And now it's the drone's turn.
Come on. I just like feel the back of my neck.
It wants a taste of that fresh new blood. It's got a new hole.
It hits.
Yeah, roll me con.
Oh, he's going for the blood attack.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I suppose.
No, there's blood. He can just drink it. He doesn't need to pierce anymore.
Nope, I'm failing that. He's drinking me.
That's 15, and he gains half of that in health.
Okay, so he's dealing 15 damage.
Yep. He got half of that in health, so we got 7 back.
I am alive, but I'm not looking great. I'm looking a little paler than usual. And dizzy. Very dizzy. Also, I got a crossbow sticking out of me. Crossbow bolt.
Wonder how that happened.
Don't know! Weird!
Move Onslow next to you.
I was gonna say, Onslow, you want a really big trophy?
He's gonna go for a bite. No, he rolled a 2. It dodged. Onslow, what the fuck is it with these rolls today?
I don't know.
That's why we don't play on Monday!
I hate
Fucking
Monday.
Garfield up in here! I hate
Monday.
Mondays! Where's my lasagna?
Go, Ben.
All right, I'm gonna move.
Fuck you up.
I'm gonna move towards Nick to try to help him. I don't think I'll be able to get there this turn.
Oh, what's your movement?
30.
No,
Yeah.
don't you get 40 because you're a centaur?
No.
15,
Asinine,
20,
take that away.
25.
Yeah, the asinine makes me sure-footed, so I'm not bothered by difficult terrain, but I
Right.
don't
It,
move any
it gets you
faster.
within 15 feet of me.
Okay. Well, that may come in handy next turn, but for now, because yeah, all my
Got any
healing,
heal light wounds or anything?
all my healing is touch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to think that rifts might have been a good idea.
He was my suggestion!
Hey, Onslow's kill count is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So is mine!
I'm gonna throw another spooky song at that boy. He gets a wisdom saving throw.
2. He failed.
Okay, so 3d6 damage.
Go for it, my friend.
That'll be 8 damage to him.
Uh-huh.
And
So he's out 1 that he drank from him. So you just shot all the blood. You shot all of his blood out of
You
him.
whispered the blood out of him.
Just a big. I'm spooked. I'm like, no, my blood.
I could use that.
That's mine.
I want that back. It's
And-
all blue and floating in the sky.
And he must immediately, with his reaction, flee at his max movement. He's a scared.
Get him out of there.
All right, what's his max movement?
His max movement is 60. So if he moves out of yep, he's gone. He's out of the battle.
He left. Don't you come back! Poof! I just collapsed to the. Don't you come back! Poof!
Well, congratulations.
Da, 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 da,
And we
da.
can end that right here, actually.
I was gonna dash
Somebody build me a campfire and get this bolt out of me.
I was gonna dash over and give him a potion of healing if he needed it. But if
I
we're gonna
have several.
But if we're gonna have time to camp, yeah. But I kind of owe you.
Onslow just
Hey,
looks,
you didn't lose your bolt.
Onslow looks to the lot of you and just goes, "We ain't stopping for camp."
Didn't think so.
Fair enough.
I am giving you a potion.
Yeah, well,
'cause in my character's ideals is fairness. Hey, you know what? I owe you. Here you go.
Just here you go, kid.
I am
Dunk
the
it into his
honorable
wound.
thief of if I think you deserve it, I'm gonna give it to you.
That is fair. I am going to take a moment to try to get this crossbow bolt out of my shoulder, I'm guessing, dealing that much damage.
No, it's not in your shoulder. It's in the back of your head.
Jeez.
How am I alive?
I know.
It didn't deal it. Jesus! Like, that would have been like 15 damage. Crap. Whatever.
You have a very thick skull.
Apparently. My fishman
Maybe it's just
bones.
barely
Roll
sticking
what is it? Medical?
My
Yeah.
little brother
Yeah.
got a staple in his head. Once he
Medicine or
survived.
something.
I don't think a crossbow bolt counts as a staple.
That's a modified 20.
Yeah, you get it out. All right.
Again, really sorry about that.
2d4.
I
it
hand,
good? Wait,
I
is it-
hand
wait,
you
wait.
the bolts.
What was that? What was the potion again?
Just a potion of healing.
Potion of healing?
Standard healing potions are 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. 2d4 plus 2.
2.
Two.
So 6.
6. What's that put you at?
That puts me at 8.
8. I'll go ahead and do a cure wounds at you now that I can get within touch range. Well, that's another 4.
Now we'll go ahead and drink one of my healing potions.
Roll it.
So that's,
You need a 4, yeah?
Yeah, I need 2d4.
There you go.
No, let's send it out the right way.
Wait, be careful. That's metal.
It didn't go all the way through.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. Don't use that one. That's the metal dice. It's over
What did
here.
that land on? Whatever, I'll just let you.
It landed on a 2.
2 plus 4 plus 2. 8
8,
more. All right, I'm at 20 health. I'm fine.
Okay.
Well, we could stop it there.
Yeah, I survived. I got sunk into the earth. I made a
Yep.
fish friend. I killed a bug.
You see
was nice.
the fish come up?
Its fins can do that, apparently.
Yeah, it gives me the fins up.
Yep.
I give it the fin up. You get him, kid.
Like I said,
Get him, Shark Slayer.
I'm glad I didn't put oil and fire all over that bowl before I shot it at you.
Yeah, that'd be dandy.
That was my initial plan.
So we will be back to our normal time next week. Nick will be...
Yep, I will not be here, so you guys are planning a special session. I don't know if you want to go into...
Which is actually a good segue into this for what happens next. So we can do that.
Okay, yeah, because Zito is going to be on what is it, 72-hour charity stream this weekend?
Not
this Friday?
I'm going to be doing like 72 hours worth of work, but it's going to be Friday and Saturday. So it'll be 42, but I'm technically going to be doing...
So do you want to talk about what's coming up this Tuesday, what people can look forward to?
Yeah, so since we don't have Nick, and since Zito's going to be tired, I'm going to be temporarily, for 1 week only, taking over DMing duties
Telling the tale.
of Billy Punchyface. The story behind the legend behind the ballad.
I'll be a player.
Yep, Zito will be a player. We'll have Grant playing. We'll have a special guest playing Billy himself. It should be a good time.
It'll be fun. I hope you tune in next Tuesday to TFS at the Table. I will be back the following Tuesday. Thank you all for joining us. Stay tuned for bit read-offs and sub read-offs. And we'll see you guys next time at the table.
Later, guys.